The postseason starts in a week, and the playoff picture is still blurry. Hello and welcome to Criswell Field, home of the Gaithersburg Giants, the first-place Gaithersburg Giants, as they take on the Cropdusters. Cropdusters at 13 and 16 currently hold the 4 seed in the playoffs. Only 6 teams make it, but they are only a game and a half out of being outside of that playoff picture. They're gonna have to start putting together some wins and start doing it soon.
Certainly going to be a tight wire act, Jish, the last couple of games, and the Giants are a team that really the cream of the crop in the Ripken League, coming out of nowhere after missing the playoffs last season.
They have a lot more talent on the roster this year, as proven by their 20-10 record. They're the only team in the North Division to have clinched a playoff spot, and they are even hungry, looking for their first ever North Division title. They can clinch that in the next few games. The Cropdusters at 13 and 16 just need to string together some wins to secure their spot in the playoffs. It's a great game as well. Very huge in the Wild. It's 7-11 here at Giants Field. That is a day that the Cropdusters played here last year.
Look at that, it is 7-11.
It is 7-11 today. I got myself a Slurpee.
little
It is free Slurpee day.
Is that what that is?
It is. I got myself a free Slurpee.
That can't be a good business model. They should give away Slurpees.
It's only for one day a year, Jack. No, the Giants and Cropdusters actually played on 7-11 last year, a doubleheader. Some players went to go get 7-11 after, but the machine was broken. Josh Reinhold leads off for the Cropdusters. The shortstop from Christopher Newport has been a leadoff man all season long. He fouls off the first pitch for strike one. On the mound for the Giants, Patrick Bauer, one of 2 Bauers on the Giants, hailing from Frostburg State University, getting his second start of the year. His only other one was against the Cropdusters in a losing effort. The only time the Giants lost to the Crops, an 8-0 loss at First Responder Field. Second pitch pinches the top zone, strike 2. Reinhold finds himself down 0-2.
This is a guy a lot of the Cropdusters lineup has seen before, so they should have comfortable at-bats.
Reinhold hitting .265 on the year with 21 walks. That leads the team. Takes the 0-2 high for ball 1.
He's been a consistent presence at the top of that lineup, getting on base all season long.
Only 1 hit and 6 at-bats for the Giants this season. Swing at a grounder, hit to left and foul. He'll stay alive at 1-2.
He's a guy that the team goes as he goes, and if they're going to make a playoff run, he has to get hot at the right time, Jish.
That would be a great time. He's dealing with a 1-2 count. In the top of this first inning, still scoreless between the Cropdusters and Giants. No outs. First pitch. Misses high, ball 2. So an even 2-2 count. Josh Reinhold took 2 strikes early, and now finds himself even. Bauer looks for his first punch-out of the day. The big 6'8" Frostburg State righty settles in with the 2-2. The kick and the delivery. Swing and a pop fly ball down the right field line. First baseman Sheeler stares at it as it falls over the fence. The defense for the Giants today, behind the dish, Jacob Bunch. At first base, Danny Sheeler from Salisbury. At second base, Colin Gibbs. Shortstop, the all-star A.J. Martin. At third, Danny Wyatt. And in the outfield from left to right, Jaden Brown, Will Burgess, and Aiden Robbins. Another all-star. 2-2 the count. The pitch. Too high, ball 3. A full count that Reinhold had to duck to avoid. So now Reinhold 1 pitch away from his 22nd walk of the year. Full count on the way next. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Or a foul tip. Josh Reinhold barely stays alive, getting a paper clip of the ball.
So lucky break for the Dusters. That's a ball that Bunch has to squeeze.
So he stays alive on the foul tip after it pops in and out of Jacob Bunch's mitt. 3-2 on the way for the second pitch in a row. Bauer kicks and deals. Swinging another foul ball. Reinhold stays alive, and the Cropdusters dugout loves it.
Great extended at-bat to start things off. Exactly what you want out of your leadoff hitter.
In the only other game that Bauer played against the Cropdusters, through 3 strikeouts on the verge of his 4th against the team in yellow, Reinhold looking for that second hit or 4th walk against the Gaithersburg side. 3-2 the count. Swing and a line drive to right, which falls down for a base hit. Reinhold, on the 9th pitch of the at-bat, hits a single to lead off the game. The Cropdusters get their first hit early on. That's pretty big.
Pretty big. Low sinking flare into right field. They're a great at-bat by Josh Reinhold, and a guy that you always are happy to have on the bases with his speed.
Reinhold, 6 stolen bases on the year, 2 times caught stealing. He was caught stealing last time he played the Giants. He takes a healthy lead at first with Nick Lukac up to bat. The center fielder takes the first pitch on the bottom away corner. Strike one. Bauer gets ahead. Lukac, after starting the year hitting 181 all the way up to 282 with hits in his last 4 games. 2 hits in his last 3. He powers one deep into center field. The shortstop, Martin, backs up onto the grass and makes the squeeze. Out number 1 is on the scoreboard. A loud swing from Nick Lukac, but it results in the first out of the game. Cropdusters are 1 out deep into the top of this first, still scoreless with a 1 runner on, and Anthony Swenda, the LSU Shreveport second baseman, up to bat, and he's been a blessing for these Cropdusters in a short time here. Hitting .308 in just 7 games. Throw back to first, not on time. Reinhold slides in head first to stay safe. Swenda has 7 RBIs, 3 homers in 26 at-bats. First pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Bauer gets ahead of his 3rd consecutive batter.
Swenda has been so consistent since he's gotten to the Dusters a couple weeks ago.
Bauer throws back to first. Nothing doing. Reinhold's safe.
Probably been their best hitter.
You wouldn't be too far off saying that, Jack. Came in at a time when the Cropdusters offense was sputtering, and he almost by himself provided a jolt. 0-1 the count for the righty. 1 out in the first. Takes it low. Ball 1.
Great take, recognizing the breaking ball out of the hand early, spitting on it.
Bauer was looking to get him swinging with the curveball. Swenda stays disciplined, evens the count. 1-1 with the runner at first base, Josh Reinhold. Throw back that way, and he's safe.
Bauer giving a lot of attention to Reinhold over at first, and rightfully so.
As you said, Jack, he is a threat on those base paths. 6 stolen bases. 1-1, a check swing on a high pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. Ball 2. Patrick Bauer tried the high fastball, but Swenda saw the zone better and comes ahead 2-1.
Bauer only 7 2/3 innings this year, so not a lot of run for the righty.
The 7.04 ERA. 2-1 in the dirt, ball 3. Swenda 1 pitch away from another walk. He's got 3 walks on the season in just 7 games. One of those guys who wants to hit if he can get it. Now with a 3-1, the bat can swing with 1 out and 1 runner on in a scoreless top of the first. Throw back to first. Reinhold safe. .3-1 the count remains. 1 out. Reinhold, the Christopher Newport shortstop, on the bases. A nod and delivery. 3-1, too high, ball 4. Anthony Swenda walks. With 1 out in at the top of the first, that brings a runner to scoring position with the All-Star, Bryce Herb, up to bat.
These are the situations that the Dusters are going to need to capitalize, Jish. We've seen so many guys left on base as the offense has been going through this cold stretch.
Bryce Herb up to bat, leads the team in batting average at .333. In the All-Star game, he didn't have a hit, 0 for 1 with a walk. The righty takes the first pitch on the top corner, strike one. Bauer gets ahead yet again against the All-Star Bryce Herb.
Herb having a very strong second half to the season. He's been, him and probably Carter Hines, the most consistent hitters all year.
Both of them the Shippensburg products. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Herb just a little bit too late on the high heat. Now Bauer's looking for his first punch-out. Herb tonight playing in left field. Leads the team in doubles and batting average. 10 RBIs in the year. Another hit would bring in Reinhold at second. There's another runner at first with 1 out. Swinging a foul ball. Herb stays alive. 1 out in the top of this first. We're still locked at zeros. Cropdusters have 1 hit and 1 walk to put So Reinhold and Swenda on the bases. Now they're looking to draw first blood. Bryce Herb settles into the righty box with an 0-2 count and 1 out. Bauer gives a look back at second before delivering from the stretch. Too high, ball 1.
Bryce Herb is really going to have an at-bat now, down in the count.
Josh Reinhold was down 0-2 to start the game before collecting the first knock of the day. Now he stands at second base to represent the go-ahead run. Still only 1 out in the top of this first. It's a 1-2 count for Bauer. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Patrick Bauer collects his first punch out on an off-speed pitch. Bryce Herb goes down swinging. So now it's the catcher, Quinn Ahern, up to bat with 2 outs in the top of this first. Runners at first and second. Patrick Bauer looking to mitigate the damage in this inning. He's got 2 runners on with 2 outs in the top of this first. Ahern, the UPenn catcher, has hit 1 home run this year. That was back at home against the DC Grays. First pitch, check swing, fastball finds the zone, strike 1. High and away, great spot from Bauer.
Big 2-out situational hitting opportunity for Quinn Ahern.
Ahern's hitting .267 on the year, 3 RBIs. Second pitch, high and away on the fastball, ball 1. Ahern evens things up. Quinn Ahern has the best offensive numbers of all Cropdusters shortstops. He swings and misses for strike 2 on another fastball. Runners at first and second, 2 outs and a 1-2 count in the top of this scoreless first inning between the Crops and Giants. 1-2, high and in, ball 2. Ahern evens things up with a ballerina count, 2-2.
Gibbs staying very close to Reinhold at second. Big right side of the infield.
Quinn Ahern, a righty, would have to push it that way to opposite. 2-2. Swing and a grounder hit to short. Martin Fields tosses underhand to second for the force play, and out number 3. 2 left on with 1 hit and 1 walk in the top of the first. The Cropdusters fail to score the first run of the game. Now the Giants have the opportunity to do so when we return. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call here on YouTube. Stay with us. Still locked at 0. Zero, zero, midway through the first inning. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call here on YouTube. Michael Irby is out to pitch in the starting role for the Cropdusters today. Perhaps the biggest all-star snub for the Cropdusters. His numbers suggest that he should have been one. Now he's trying to keep the score locked at 0 in the bottom of the first against a very talented Giants hitting side. Irby himself has started 4 games in 5 appearances, 18 innings pitched. That leads the team. Only 13 hits in that time frame with 5 earned runs. 18 strikeouts, though. He's 1-0 in the year with a save.
He's been great for them. Their best starter.
The .250 ERA. He started the last time these teams played here in a 2 Cropduster loss. That really was not on Michael Irby, more on the hitting was not waking up. One of those really, really bad stretch of games for the Cropdusters. Hopefully the offense comes to life yet again, Jack. They scored 0 in the first.
There were some good at-bats. Some stuff you'd like to see.
Absolutely.
Long, extended at-bats. Reinhold's at-bat was
Great. Very good at the game. On defense for the Cropdusters, it's Quinn Ahern behind the dish. At first base is Parker Fry. In the middle infield, Swenda at second and Reinhold at shortstop. And in the hot corner, Ryan Feldman, the Frostburg State righty, just hit his first home run in his last game. In the outfield, manning the right field spot, Is Griffin center field? Nick Newcat all the way out in left field. He's in right center field. Leading off for the Giants is also an all-star. The shortstop, A.J. Martin, who just put an end to the last inning, was a solid contributor for the North Side in the all-star game. Went 1 for 2 with a walk to start off. He'll lead off for the Giants in the righty batter's box versus the righty Irby. First pitch, swinging a foul ball, strike one.
Martin keeps his hands so low. Really level swing.
Martin hit over 360 in JUCO this past season. Still undecided, looking for his permanent home in college. Whatever team does decide to pick him up will get themselves someone who can play shortstop, who can play third, and who can hit the ball pretty well. 0-1. Too high, ball one.
Martin, the definition of a two-way, both offensive and defensive player.
Meanwhile, Irby has his home, ECU, one of the best baseball programs in the country in Division I. The 1-1, hit on a line, right side and foul, strike two. So now Irby looks for his first strikeout of the day, his 19th of the season. There's going to be a new pitching approach to relievers this day, so if Irby comes out to a hot start, expect him to go a long time. 1-2. Fastball off the plate, ball two. Early in the season, the coaches would like to do a 3-inning approach for each pitcher, reliever. Now they'll just let their starters run as long as they can, a strategy they need to pick up some wins in crunch time of the season. Just a week left. The 2-2. Swinging another foul ball. Hit right towards us on the broadcast table. We're stationed on the left field line, diagonal of the righty batter's box. Still no outs in the bottom of this first. We are scoreless between the Cropdusters and Giants. 2-2 is the count for the leadoff A.J. Martin with bases empty.
They're shifting into playoff mode, Jish. We're going to see starters go a lot longer.
2-2 from Irby from the windup. Swinging another foul ball, Martin continues his solid at-bat.
Martin saw what Reinhold did in the top of the first, trying to match that.
Keeps fouling off pitches that are in there. Now Michael Irby has to try a different approach. 2-2, the deep exhale from Irby, who licks his lips and delivers. Hard hit ball to short. Reinhold fields it off the hop and makes the throw across on time for out number one. A very solid play from Josh Reinhold, the shortstop, taking a step up on the grass and making the routine throw.
Start to the game for Irby.
We saw 5 errors from the Cropdusters in their last regular season game against the Thunderbolts. All 4 of them came on the left side of the infield between the third baseman and shortstop, so glad to see that Reinhold can do the little stuff right. Now it's Aiden Robbins, the all-star right fielder, up to bat, made some dazzling plays for the north side. First pitch from Irby, a slider off the plate, ball one. Robbins, the right fielder and a right-handed batter, made a Sports Center diving play and threw back to first from that right field spot to turn a double play back in the third inning. A late swing from him on a fastball for strike one. Aiden Robbins, the Seton Hall right fielder, has been nothing short of phenomenal for the Giants this year. 4 homers on the season. That leads the squad. 1-1. And he bangs another to center field, but that's dying quickly. Lukac tracks over glove side and makes the play for out number 2. A loud crack of Aiden Robbins' bat, who hit 2 home runs the last time he played the Cropdusters. Didn't have the juice on that one to make it 3. So now it's Danny Sheeler, the Salisbury first baseman, up to bat for the Giants in the lefty batter's box, the first lefty that Michael Irby has played today. Sheeler has a lot of pop at his bat. First pitch, low, ball one. No home runs this summer, but owns the all-time single-season home run record at Salisbury University, 14 back in 2023. 1-0 the count, with 2 outs and none on in the bottom of this scoreless first inning. The pitch from Irby. Strike on the bottom corner. Fastball tickles the zone.
Irby rocking that trademark snarl on the mound. He's a pretty intimidating pitcher to face.
He's a goofy guy off the diamond, but Once he steps on the bump, he means business. 1-1 the count for the righty Irby and the lefty Sheeler. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Michael Irby got him well out ahead of a changeup, and now he's 1 strike away from ending the inning. 1-2-3. 1-2 the count. 2 outs, bases empty. Irby spits, exhales, and delivers. Hit on the ground and through to the outfield for the first hit for the Giants. Sheeler stops his run at first as Puvel scoops it up in right field. A 2-out knock to keep the inning alive. Great work from the first baseman.
As a fast with the handle over through the right side of the infield.
Now Danny Wyatt steps up to bat for the Giants. A guy the Cropdusters should be very used to. Typically a catcher, but today number 27 is playing third base. 2 outs and 1 runner on. First pitch too low, but on the zone, strike 1.
Sheeler hitting Wyatt hitting .421 on the season.
That leads the Giants, although the sample size is pretty small, only 6 games played. 1 runner on, 2 outs, and that's hit to the exact same spot as the last one, but this time Swenda tracks over from second and makes the play for out number 3.
Some serious range glove side right there.
Anthony Swenda covered the gap between first and second beautifully and made the routine play to put the inning on ice. So only 1 hit to speak of for the Giants to leave 1 runner on, but still no runs scored. We're done with 1 inning, and it is 0-0. Stay with us for the top of the second. Up next, Jimmy Kirk, the All-Star, set to lead off. Stay with us on YouTube. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call. One inning played and no runs for either side. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call for this one. Jimmy Kirk set to lead off for the Cropdusters in the top of the second against Patrick Bauer, who gave up a hit early but quickly shut down the Cropdusters' bats with a ground out, a pop out, and a punch out. Jimmy Kirk had himself a great All-Star game, Jack. We'll see if this is the turning point for the season. Went 2 for 3 in that game with a double and a run scored.
He's a guy that can catch fire, and you're going to want him to catch fire right about now with the playoffs coming up.
If he can hit that well against All-Star pitching, surely he can do well again against the pitcher who did not have a lot of success against the Cropdusters in his last start.
He can put the team on his back for a couple weeks.
We'll only have 1 more guaranteed week. The first pitch from Bauer. Off speed, tucked into the low corner for strike 1. Great curveball from Bauer. Kirk's stuck looking at it. The 0-1. Another off speed on the other corner, strike 2. Bauer knows the formula to get ahead of Jimmy Kirk. Throw the off speed, because once he gets his fastball, he can crush one out of the ballpark. Has 3 homers on the year. 0-2. Hit on a line and through to the outfield for the second hit of the day. Right up the middle, Jimmy Kirk exploded that one off his bat and puts another leadoff runner on for the Cropdusters.
It's a really good sign from Jimmy Kirk to see him try to get it going again, and that's something we were talking about before the game, Jish. This team has such a high ceiling because of guys like that, where Jimmy Kirk can wake up for a couple weeks and be the best hitter in all of the Ripken League.
You're right, Jack. Now it's Ryan Boma up to bat, the third baseman. Takes the first pitch and off-speed low and away, and Ryan Boma is absolutely on fire, hitting .288 on the year. His last game had his first home run as a Cropduster to bring in 3. He's got 1 on the bases with no outs in the top of the second. Takes the fastball on the black for strike 1. 1-1 is the count for Boma. who leads the team with 8 doubles. 1-1, hit on the ground and foul down the left side, strike 2.
Boma started off the season on fire, hit a little bit of a cold patch, and now is even more on fire than in the beginning of the year.
Boma is 2 for 7 against the Giants this year with an RBI and a walk. That's in 2 games played. 1-2 with Jimmy Kirk at first. The pitch. Too low, the curveball. Can't find the zone, and it evens up the count at 2s.
That's what you like to see from the Cropduster bats, having tough at-bats and getting some traffic early on the base paths.
2-2 the count. No outs, no score. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Throw back to first. Not on time. Kirk slides back in. But that'll put the first out on the board for the Cropdusters. A swing and strikeout for Ryan Boma. Second strikeout thrown for Patrick Bauer today. Bauer is a returner for the Giants last year at this very field. Threw a complete game against the Cropdusters. A complete game shutout. That was only a 7-inning one. This is a guy who can go the distance. 1 runner on, 1 out. Griffin Puvel up to bat. Takes the first pitch low, but a strike on the low corner. That curveball, when it finds those corners, is absolutely unhittable.
He's really using that pitch to get ahead, dropping it in there for strikes.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Griffin Puvel tried to check the swing, but the tip of his bat went around the first base line. Now the righty settles in for 1-1. Swing and a driven ball to right field. Robbins steps back and makes the head-high snag for out number 2.
Ball was hit on the screws just right at Robbins, who had to take maybe 1 step in to make the catch.
Robbins was playing closer to center field, too. Very prophetic, as that's exactly where Puvel's ball went. Now it's Parker Fry, the first baseman, hitting the 9th spot today for the first time this season. Lefty settles in with 1 on and 2 outs, no score. Swing and a hit right up the middle and through beyond the glove of Colin Gibbs to the outfield for a base knock. It keeps the inning alive with 2 outs and brings Jimmy Kirk to second. First pitch he sees, Parker Fry singles up the middle.
It's what you want out of the 9 spot. Parker Fry, try something new there, and he's a guy, he can provide some pop from that spot. And he's been hitting much better the second half of the season.
Now it's Josh Reinhold back up to bat. Cropdusters have 3 hits today so far. He had the first one. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs. Another one could bring Jimmy Kirk home from second. First pitch. Too low off the dirt. Ball 1. Bunch couldn't quite corral it, but Kirk did not have enough of a lead to take third base. Time called by the umpire before the 1-0 pitch is on the way. Bauer just needs a new ball. Patrick Bauer's got runners at second and first in a scoreless game in the top of the second, but with 2 outs, he is 1 grounder away from getting out of it.
Bauer standing at 6'4", not even close to the tallest pitcher on the Giants roster.
1-0, 2 outs. Swinging a foul ball, just grazed off of Reinhold's bat. Yeah, Jack, we've seen
6'8",
6'8", maybe even 6'9". Trace Ahajic, a guy who started 2 games against the Cropdusters and absolutely mowed him down both times. Threw 7 strikeouts his first start against the Crops. Patrick Bauer is the only Giants pitcher to record a loss to the Cropdusters this season. 1-1. Finds the skinny part of the zone. Strike 2 with the curveball.
Well, that's a pitch that these Duster hitters have been laying off of, and they're going to have to make an adjustment because he's really commanding that curveball in the zone.
1 strike away from ending the second. 1-2, 2 on, 2 outs. Bauer keeps his head on a swivel and delivers. Too high, the fastball makes it 2-2. Josh Reinhold worked himself into a 2-strike count last time before hitting a single from a 1-2. Now it's evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fry at first, Kirk at second. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball. Reinhold stays alive again with 2 strikes.
Another long at-bat by the middle infielder.
Reinhold recorded the first out of the game as well on defense, catching a small hop and making the throw. Offense, he's already shown he can have 1 hit. Looking for his second of the day to bring home Jimmy Kirk. The 2-2. Curveball finds the bottom corner, a called strike 3 to put the inning away. That curveball from Patrick Bauer kept Josh Reinhold frozen, and we're done with 2 innings of Cropdusters hitting. 2 hits, 2 runners left on, no runs scored. Giants have a chance to untie this ball game at the bottom of the second. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call. Still locked at 0 midway through the second. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call. The Cropdusters got 2 on the bases when we left him. But still, with no score, it'll be up to Michael Irby to keep the Giants scoreless for a second inning, but it won't be easy. Leading off is Casey Gibbs, one of 2 Gibbs brothers in the lineup. The last time these teams played, the Gibbs brothers cooked the Cropdusters. They combined for 5 hits. Casey, the designated hitter tonight, had 2 of them. Went 2 for 4 in that game with a walk and a run. Irby looks to do some damage against him first, though. First pitch from Irby. Fastball low, ball 1. Gibbs from Longwood University, previously of VCU, has plenty of D1 experience. 1-0 the count. Strike on the top corner. The fastball is painted in there to even things up. 1-1 is the count. Irby still in search of his first strikeout of the day. Went through 4 batters last inning. 1-1. Fastball finds the same exact spot. Strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Irby can get that first punch out right here. His counterpart, Patrick Bauer, for the Giants already has 3 through 2 innings. The 1-2. Swinging a foul ball. Gibbs stays alive with a well-timed survival swing.
Ahern really crouches low on that one-knee approach, is able to bring back low strikes that way.
1-2 the count. For the lead-off man in the second inning, Casey Gibbs. 2 exhales from Irby. And the pitch is hammered into center field, but Lukac is the man right there to make a play. Only had to step up 2 steps to record the first out of the inning. So far, all the fly balls we've seen have been weakly hit. We're surprised to see we've seen home runs in every game that these teams have played. Now it's Jaden Brown up to bat. Walking out to some NBA young boy. The Western Kentucky outfielder has been a thorn in the Cropdusters' side as he digs out the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1.
He really has. He's been getting on base at a very high clip against the Cropdusters.
4 for 11, 2 walks with a stolen base as well. He came in to pinch hit in the last game, a 10-4 win for the Giants. 0-1, Irby deals. High and away, ball 1. Irby facing off against his second lefty of the day. Jaden Brown had 3 hits the first time these teams met in a 14-6 Giants win. And he waves at the 1-1 to go behind 1-2.
Irby throwing that change-up against the lefty Brown. Gets him out in front.
1-2 the count for the second straight batter for Irby. A big exhale and the big delivery. Hit on a rope and just barely lands beyond the left field line for a foul ball. He stays alive at 1-2.
Brown keeps that bat in the zone a long time. Really good at taking the ball the other way.
Got a good barrel on it. Was just a little bit too late on the swing to loft it down the left field line. And it looped foul. 1-2 for the second straight pitch. Irby wants it all here. The 1-2. Hit on the ground, right back to the mound. Irby snatches it off the hop and tosses back to first. That's out number 2, courtesy of the pitcher.
He'll do it himself, Jish.
Why not? Great reaction time for Irby. Catching it right at his waist. Making it transients again, something else to catch. Jacob Bunch. Getting his first start as a catcher versus the Cropdusters. He's previously designated hitted and played in the outfield. Very rare that you can find catchers with the mobility to play in the outfield. Jacob Bunch, one of them. He steps up with 2 outs, checks the first swing on a low pitch. He did not go around for ball 1.
He's a big guy, but he's very muscular. He's not like a, traditional catcher.
1-0. Fastball finds the top part of the zone. Strike 1. Michael Irby continues to dominate with the heat. He'll have to do so even more against Jacob Bunch, who went 1 for 3 with an RBI the last time these teams played. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball sent backwards. Ahern tracks it, but it is out of play over the fence.
Thought we were going to have a play there, Jish.
You would have had a play. I would have had to cower in fear, Jack. If your number was called, could you save the equipment?
Yeah. Although, we're in a tough situation
Yeah,
here.
the
Kind of
sun's
getting
kinda
screened by
setting in
a
our
tree a
favor.
little bit.
You're right. 1-2 the count. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. No base runners on. No score. Swinging a foul ball. Bunch stays alive and keeps the inning alive. One, two, the count. Irby looking for that 1-2-3 inning with this pitch. Instead, it's hit on the ground and through to left for a base hit. Herb fields as Bunch stops his run at first. A 1-out single from the catcher. Keeps the second inning going for now with Will Burgess up to bat. Will Burgess has played first base against the Cropdusters twice. Today playing center field, showing all his defensive versatility. He was instrumental in the last Giants win over the Cropdusters. He went 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. The Montgomery College of Germantown product swings through the first pitch for strike 1. A low fastball puts him behind.
You think you can just say Montgomery College.
I will do that
Community
then.
college.
You got it.
A baseball clinic there once.
0-1 is the count. Make that 1-1 as the fastball misses at the toes of the lefty Burgess. Burgess is hitting 185 this year, only 10 hits and 54 at-bats. 1-1. Hit up the middle. Reinhold can't make the diving play at the second base bag. And that's another base hit with 2 outs to keep the inning alive. Will Burgess sends Bunch to second and brings up the bottom of the order.
Dusters had runners in scoring position. Both innings were not able to score. See if the Giants can capitalize here.
This is the first time the Giants have had a runner at second base. Let's take a bunch. They have a subsequent runner at first. Force exists at all square bases. Michael Irby, though, is just 1 out away from putting the second inning on ice.
I think the umpire thought we were the ones playing the music there, Jish. Gave us a look. Not us.
First pitch from Irby to Gibbs. Too low, ball 1. Colin Gibbs' brother Casey flew out earlier this inning for the first out. Colin gets ahead. He went 3 for 5 the last time he played the Cropdusters. 1-0, hit on the ground to second. Swenda fields it off the tall hop and makes the routine throw to first. That puts the inning to bed. 2 runners left stranded with 2 hits in this second inning for the Giants. No score for either side. 0-0 to the top of the third we go. Jish Sokolsky and Feldman on YouTube. Sokolsky, joined by Jack Feldman on the call for this one. Cropdusters in search of their 14th win of the year, and to more solidify their spot in the playoffs, the Giants are in search of the 1 seed in the North Division, something they have yet to obtain in their 15 years of existence.
Well, they control their own destiny, but they just have to focus on winning every game they play this last week or so.
Giants lead the North with 20 wins. Second place, the Big Train, with 16 of them. Cropdusters in third with 13. Unless they win out, they are not catching the Giants. Nick Lukac to lead off for this third inning of play. He popped out to the shortstop his last time up. Now looking for his first hit. Swings at the first pitch, a low curveball for strike one. Patrick Bauer's curveball has gotten batters frozen all day. But Lukac tries to put a swing on it, gets a whiff. The 0-1. Fastball outside, ball one. Lukac hitting .282 on the year. 3 straight 2-hit games coming into the evening. 1-1. Swing and a foul ball. Hit straight backwards, strike 2. Patrick Bauer already with 3 strikeouts on the day. Can get his third one here at the top of this third inning. 1-2 the count. No outs in a scoreless game with no runners on.
Really using that curveball to get ahead and the fastball to strike guys out.
1-2. Fastball outside, ball 2. We've seen that curveball plant into the corners as well earlier today to get batters frozen for strikeouts. That's how the second inning ended to Josh Reinhold. 2-2. To start off the third, he takes one high and away to fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Nick Lukac.
When you do go with the curveballs first and then come with the fastballs, usually called pitching in reverse.
3-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Nick Lukac gets on base for the first time today. And you've got to imagine Patrick Bauer will be giving him a lot of attention at the first base bag. The outfielder can fly across the bases if he wants.
That's the third time in 3 innings that the Cropdusters have had the leadoff guy on. Have not been able to score yet.
It's a reverse trend from what we've seen in games past, where it seems that every single time the leadoff guy is put away for the Cropdusters. So now Anthony Swenda's up to bat. He walked his last time up. He's got 1 runner on with no outs in the top of this scoreless third. Ball 1 on a fastball outside. Too high for Anthony Swenda.
Swenda has such a professional approach in the box.
Played the most college baseball of anyone on the Cropdusters, heading into his 5th year of ball after playing the last 4 years at UMBC. The 1-0 is demolished into deep left center, and it falls at the wall for extra bases. Lukac with a head of steam, rounds third. He's coming home. Martin cuts off, throws home, but cannot make the play. Lukac scores on an Anthony Swenda double.
Swing on. Yeah, Jish, good call. Got a pitch he could handle, drove it into the left center gap. Brian Scott loves seeing that. We love seeing that.
Ryan
what a swing by Anthony Swenda.
Saying, way to swing, Unk. Cheering on the grad student. So now, I don't. He's got to be at least 22.
Yeah.
Anthony Swenda gets the Cropdusters on the board. It's 1-0 in the top of this third, thanks to his huge double. Now it's Bryce Herb hitting in cleanup. The all-star left fielder looks to pour it on even more. Swenda's at first with no outs in the top of this third. Bauer gives him a look and delivers. First pitch, the curveball finds the top corner, strike 1.
He's been doing that all day, getting ahead with that curveball. And second time through the order, the lineup cannot let that slide.
0-1 is the count. No outs in the top of the third. Runner at second. 1-0 the Crops lead. The pitch from Bauer. He shows bunts, but tails it off foul. Strike 2.
These Cropduster hitters have to start sitting first pitch curveball. That's what Bauer's been doing all game long.
0-2 is the count. Herb, you imagine, would abandon the bunt with 2 strikes. Still no outs. 1 runner at second base. That's Anthony Swenda. Bauer shakes off the first pitch. And the righty deals. Chopped up the middle and caught on the hop by Colin Gibbs, who makes the throw across the first for out number 1. But that advances Swenda to third on a fielder's choice.
Get a job.
Number 10. Quinn Ahern.
So now with 1 out in the top of this third and a runner at third, the sacrifice fly is on the table for Quinn Ahern, the next batter up. Rounded out his last time up in the first. Now looking for his first RBI. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, a fastball high, strike one. Quinn Ahern, the last time he played at this venue, had an RBI and a run in a 4-2 loss. 0-1. Too high, ball one. Ahern went 2 for 4 in that game. Had a strikeout as well. 1-1 the count. Swenda at third. 1-0 the Crops lead. Curveball hits off of Ahern's shoulder. A hit by pitch puts runners in the corner with Jimmy Kirk up to bat, who blasted a single up the middle his last time up. Patrick Bauer has to be extra careful with just 1 out in the top of this third. And the Cropdusters already in the driver's seat.
If you factor in what he did at the All-Star game, you say Jimmy Kirk is starting to catch some fire.
We'll see what he does at this at-bat. He's 1 for 1 on the day after leading off the second inning with that single. He's hitting hard again. With 1 out, double play on the table, so's the sac fly. First pitch, hit on the ground and through to left for a base hit. Swenda walks home from third. Ahern advances to second. That's Jimmy Kirk's second hit of the day, and it makes it 2-0. Cropdusters on top of Giants.
If he starts to really catch fire, that's going to be a scary sight for the rest of the Ripken League come playoff time. That's 2 balls absolutely smoked in 2 at-bats.
Hit up the middle, hit to the left side. Jimmy Kirk is hitting to all fields again. He's hitting strongly. Now there's a meeting.
Game, Jish. We got the opportunity to call it, and we had a great time. That was a lot of fun. Cropdusters represented well. Jimmy Kirk had a great game. Carter Hines had a great game.
Carter Hines went 2 for 4 in that game. 2 for 5, with a run and a double. Arguably also could have been named an All-Star. Instead, it went to the big train second baseman Keenan Bowman, who hit the game's only home run. A 5-3 win for the North. A really fun time. You're right, Jack.
It was a lot of fun.
We love what we do. So after a quick meeting on the mound, Patrick Bauer, the starter for the Giants, stays out there after just giving up his first 2 runs in the top of this third. 1 out in with runners at first and second. Quinn Ahern at second and Jimmy Kirk at first after bringing home Anthony Swenda for his 13th RBI of the year. Ryan Boma up to bat now. He struck out his last at-bat. First pitch is hit to Bauer, right, who throws to second, but it's skied into the outfield. Ahern rounds for home, and he scores on the error by the pitcher. 3-0 Cropdusters in the top of the third. Ryan Boma lucks out with an error by Patrick Bauer. Looking to turn 2, instead turns 0.
And for the Cropdusters, right fielder, number 24, Griffin Hugo.
Really good at-bats. Up and down the lineup to kick things off in this one, Jish.
Griffin Puvel had a hard-hit ball his last at-bat. He's got runners at first and second, but lined out. And he slams another one foul, straight up in the air and backwards, strike one. 3-0 the Crops lead with runners at first and second and 1 out in the top of the third. Patrick Bauer is getting hit around now, already up to 5 hits, 3 earned runs, or three runs, 2 of them earned, 1 off an error. The 0-1. Taken right down the middle, strike 2. Griffin Puvel worked a 2-strike count last time before blasting one to right field.
He had a good at-bat, hit that ball hard. Just right at Robbins.
0-2. We'll see his approach now. Bauer takes a look back at second and deals. Foul ball. Puvel stays alive. Adam Leader, the third base coach, encouraging Puvel. 2-strike approach. Perhaps we'll see Griffin Puvel tighten up on the bat a little bit. See what that 2-strike approach is. The count is 0-2. Bauer looking for his 4th punch out of the game. He's already given up 3 runs in the top of this third. 0-2. Too high, ball 1. Bunch looked to pop up and throw someone out, but both runners were glued to their bases. Griffin Puvel draws his first ball today. Now settles in with a 1-2.
This inning really a product of good at-bats all game long.
1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Griffin Puvel goes down swinging. Bauer picks up his 4th punch out and is 1 out away from finally ending this third after already letting off
For the
three.
Cropdusters.
Crappies were not able to
First baseman.
scratch some runs across at the first and second, but getting a couple here. 3-0 already.
Last time they played here, Jack, they could only score 2 runs. Today, they've taken advantage of the pitching. 3-0 your score in the top third. 2 outs. Parker Fry up, who eats a fastball low for ball 1.
Fry lasered a single into center field. His last time up.
Another one of those could score. Jimmy Kirk from second base. Ryan Boma, the other runner at first. Second pitch, a fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2 outs in the top of the third. The Cropdusters lead the Giants 3-0 with 2 on the bases. Fry with a 2-0. Slams one into foul territory left side for strike 1.
His at-bats are night and day from the first couple weeks of the season to now. Looking like a completely different hitter.
Parker Fry has 2 homers on the year. He's hitting 259, or 250, in general. That's a hit in every 4 at-bats. See if he has another in him. He already has 1 hit today. Boma at first, Kirk at second, 2 outs in the top of the third. Curveball cuts into the zone against the lefty, strike 2.
It's been Bauer's best pitch tonight, throwing that curveball for strikes.
He's now 1 strike away from ending the third inning, the 2-2. Curveball outside, ball 3, a full count for the bottom of the order.
It's a great take by Parker Fry. You see the curveball dropping in there for a strike. You got the same pitch, but it's just off the plate, and he's able to lay off it.
Full count, 2 runners on, 2 outs, top of the third. A look back and the delivery. Both runners go as the curveball misses outside. Bases are loaded with the walk.
That'll bring up the top of the order in Josh Reinhold.
Kirk moves to third. Boma moves to second. Fry moves to first. Josh Reinhold, 1 for 2 on the day. Now getting his third at bat in the third inning of the game. He is 1 for 2. Struck out looking to end the second inning. Now looks to do a job with 2 outs again in the top of this third. The Crops already lead by 3 over the Giants. 5 hits, 3 walks already for the Cropdusters. A walk would score a run. We'll see if Reinhold can work another good at-bat. First pitch from Bauer. Swing and a high fly ball to right field that lands in the hands of a first base coach.
It's a play you got to make, Coach.
Well, he doesn't have a glove. That would be a hard catch to make. It's a loudly hit ball from Reinhold. Strike 1. So Bauer gets ahead of this pivotal batter. 0-1. Pitch taken low, fastball called strike. For strike 2, Reinhold works himself into a third straight 0-2 count. 0-2 the count. Bauer looking for punch-out number 5. Instead, Reinhold fouls off a strike to stay alive, keep the inning alive, and keep the bases loaded.
And Reinhold's so good at fighting back from 0-2. Great at working at bats.
Reinhold hitting 271 on the year. Bases loaded. Can be a hero with 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Check swing on a pitch high, ball 1.
Looks like he has ripped his pants a little bit.
I don't know what you're looking
His
for. Oh,
back,
yes,
yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. Get him to a tailor.
1-2 the count. We still play ball regardless. Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-2 the count. Bauer looking for a sign from the catcher bunch. Takes a look back and deals from the stretch. Swing and a miss. Reinhold's second strikeout of the day puts the third inning to bed, but this has been the Cropdusters' best inning. 3 runs scored off of 3 of 2 hits. The left ended everyone with a hit by pitch. Cropdusters' bats came alive. Now Michael Irby steps back out onto the ball to keep the Giants' offense at bay. Stick with us here on YouTube. Cropdusters over Giants 3-0.
Cropdusters lead over the Giants. Up the third to Sokolsky with Jack Feldman. It's the top of the order up for the Giants, but they fight it down. The last time
They were up against Michael Irby, remaining out for his third inning of work. And the starter has been solid so far. Only 3 hits, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks as well for Irby. Some silver lining, but you know that he's looking for those punch-outs when he can get them.
He's been great tonight, though, Jish.
He's worked a lot of 2-strike counts.
The 0 on the scoreboard is the only stat he cares about.
That's true. He worked a 2-strike counts against A.J. Martin, the leadoff shortstop, who's getting his second go-around. Rounded out his first at-bat. Takes a fastball inside for ball 1. It was a great at-bat from A.J. Martin as well. Kept fouling off the 2-strike pitches before putting one in play. But just could not get on the base paths. The All-Star won't be calmed down for too long, though. 1-0 the count for the leadoff Martin in the bottom of this third. 3-0 the Crops lead. High fly ball to shallow right. Huvel runs under it, steps to his right, and makes the squeeze. Out number 1 is on the board.
Right means the glove of Huvel.
Now back to the Giants. From Rutgers, Pennsylvania, number 23,
Aiden Robbins now up to bat for the Giants. Flew out to center his last at-bat. Worked a 1-1 count before doing so. Irby's gone through 2 1/3 now. Check swing on the first pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the first base umpire. Strike 1. Irby threw a changeup low first, well below the zone, but Robbins could not help himself. 0-1 the count for the All-Star. Hit on the ground and foul down the left field line. Strike 2. Irby still has yet to throw a strikeout today. 18 on the year. Something he's capable of doing. 0-2. Irby puffs out the chest and deals. Called ball on the inside corner to bring the count to 1-2. 1-2 is the count. And Robbins explodes on one, deep into right. Puvel sprinting back towards the warning track. It falls over his head, off the wall for extra bases. And the double with 1 out is tried and true. Now that gets away from the second baseman. He's trying for 3, and he gets there. A double that advances Aiden Robbins to third on the throwing error. Puts him as the Giants' first potential run 90 feet away from the bases.
And Puvel played that really well off of the wall. He had a shot at second if he was able to make the throw a little quicker. Robbins was cruising into second, saw the ball skip by him. Said, why not 3?
So now Danny Sheeler, with 1 out and 1 runner at third, has a chance to bring in the Giants' first run today. It's 3-0 Crops. And he pops the first pitch he sees into shallow center. Reinhold, the shortstop, catches it, but the tag is not to be made. Out 2 on the scoreboard to take the sac fly off. A very big opportunity missed for the Giants, but it's not over yet.
Third baseman number 27, Danny Wyatt.
Danny Wyatt's up to bat, the third baseman for the Giants, with 2 outs and a runner at third. It's 3-0 Cropdusters. He has a chance to change that. With his first hit of the day, he grounded out in his only other at-bat. The UMBC infielder steps into the righty box and swings and fouls the first pitch. Michael Irby, fresh off his first extra base hit of the day, just forced a pop-out. Now can get out of this inning unharmed with 1 more out. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. 0-1 the count. 1 runner is at third. That's the All-Star Aiden Robbins. 0-1 low, ball 1. A very good backhanded snatch from Ahern behind the dish to keep Robbins at third. Wild pitch could send in the game's first run for the Giants. 1-1. Off the plate with the fastballs, ball 2.
Ahern's been really good as of late. I think he's solidified himself as the playoff catcher
There's definitely some competition. Connor Spellman will compete for his defensive prowess and ability to get on base with walks. 2-1, 2 outs, 1 runner dancing off a third. And Wyatt lines one to short. Reinhold fields it off the dirt and makes the throw on time to keep the Giants scoreless. The Cropdusters, with their first real scare, leave a runner stranded at third. Only 1 hit to speak of and no runs for the 3rd consecutive inning. Cropdusters lead at 3-0, cruising into the 4th inning. Stay with us here on YouTube. Jish, Sokolsky, and Jack Feldman. The Cropdusters lead after 3 innings of play. I'm Jish, Sokolsky, joined by Jack Feldman.
The Giants giving all 3 runs in the inning. He's injured. It's now Costello.
Now Costello looks to right the ship. He's got a 6.56 ERA in 7 games. 12 and a third pitched. 9 earned runs at that time. 11 walks to 15 strikeouts. He's the guy they turn to now. Nick Lukac leads off for the 4th inning after leading off the 3rd with a walk. First pitch hit on the ground, up the middle, and through to the outfield for a base knock. Nick Lukac gets his first hit of the day. And it's a bouncer up the middle that nobody can make a play on. The Cropdusters' offense remains hot, and for the 4th straight inning, the Crops get their leadoff man on.
After an inning, they batted around Jish. Looking to get something cooking again with no outs.
Anthony Swenda whipped up a double his last time up. Walked his first time, takes the first pitch on the corner for strike 1. It was a well-hit double to the left field gap that scored Nick Lukac the opening run of the day on an RBI double. 0-1 is the count. Costello throws his first strike. Standing at 5'9" from Millersville University, he throws back to first. Nothing doing. Out of the glove of Schiller at the 3 spot. 0-1 is the count with no outs in the top of this 4th inning. Cropdusters lead 3-0 over the first-place Gaithersburg Giants. 0-1. Swing and a pop of a foul ball. Strike 2. Swenda adjusts the gloves down 0-2. He's already walked once to end with a hit. Costello looking for his first strikeout and his 2nd batter faced. 0-2 throwback, nada. Costello had 7 strikeouts on the year at Millersville this past spring. 4 of them came in 1 game. 0-2. Too high, ball 4. Bunch threatened to throw back to first, but no throw was made. Instead, we're staring at a 1-2 count. The first time Swenda today has been threatened with a strikeout, has yet to reach 2 strike. 0-2, fouled off a check swing. Swenda stays alive. Still no outs. The top of the 4th.
I want to go to
Swenda has to readjust the gloves before settling in. The sun is setting behind home plate, creating beautiful shadows here at Criswell Audio Field. 1-2. Swinging a line drive, hit to right, and it falls for a base hit. Swenda gets his 2nd of the day, a single this time to bring Lukac to 2nd.
Another great piece of hitting by Anthony Swenda, taking the fastball the other way into right field. He's 2 for 2.
Robbins was playing closer to center,
Batting for the Cropdusters.
out in right field, and Swenda sliced one closer to the foul line. Robbins had no chance to make a play on it. Now there's runners at 1st and 2nd for Bryce Herb. We'll see if he dresses the table well. No outs, 2 on. He's 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch, a bunt. Sent foul, strike 1. He tried that his last at-bat before abandoning it promptly and grounding out.
Still did the same job last time, moved the runner over.
He's now got 2 runners on. Lukac at second, Swenda at first. 3-0 the Crops lead over the Giants in the top of this 4th. 0-1. Bunts again. This one kept in play right up the middle. Herb, lightning in his cleats down the first base bag. Can't beat the throw, but the sacrifice brings 2 into scoring position with 1 out. Swenda advances to second. Lukac to third. 1 out in the top of the 4th. Quinn Ahern up to bat. Was hit by a pitch in his last time up and now has a chance for his first RBI with 2 in scoring position and a chance to balloon the lead to 5 with a good swing.
Giants are going to bring the infield in.
First pitch, fastball, high and away, strike 1. Quinn Ahern feeling out the pitcher the first time he's faced off against Costello. 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Quinn Ahern desperate to put one in play. Now with an 0-2 count, Quinn Ahern can hit to any field to bring in the runner from third. 0-2. Misses off the plate, ball 1 on a just barely. Costello grimaces as he gets the ball back. Looking for his first punch out with the 1-2. Has allowed 2 hits already with just 1 out. Swing and a powerfully hit ball into the outfield back at center field. It's traveling back and it's gone! Quinn Ahern pulls one to left for his second homer of the year to bring in 3. 6-0 Cropdusters with a powerful swing from the UPenn catcher.
Quinn Ahern down in the count, gets a pitch he can handle, does not miss it, and the Cropdusters are pouring it on in the top of the 4th inning.
Jack, I told you I wanted to see a home run off the scoreboard before we started the day.
It's pretty close.
Quinn Ahern was just a few feet to the right of it in left field. It is 6-0 Cropdusters with just 1 out in the top of this 4th. They have scored 3 runs in back-to-back innings. And Jimmy Kirk, who is 2 for 2 today, now steps in against his Millersville teammate Mike Costello, looking to do more damage. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He was looking for 2 home runs on 2 back-to-back pitches.
It's a hefty swing.
Jimmy Kirk,
designated hitter.
the all-star DH, had his first RBI on a single last time up to bring in Anthony Swenda. The 0-1 takes it low and away, ball 1.
His bats are starting to get better after struggling for a week or 2. Just looks confident at the dish right now.
You know, he did take a long break with a vacation, so it seems he's back in baseball mode as he is really late on the 1-1, strike 2.
You go to the beach, you come back, maybe it takes you a little while. He's starting to absolutely demolish baseballs, Jish.
He was phenomenal, and he's 2 for 2 today. Now against a familiar face in Mike Costello, he takes outside ball 2 to even it up, 2-2. Jimmy Kirk, not only one of the best players on the team, one of the nicest guys, too. Always has a smile on his face, always asks you how you're doing. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball to foul territory that's put out of play, so he stays alive with a 2-2.
A lot of nice guys on the team. You're certainly one of them.
Absolutely. A Cropdusters legend, to say the least. Their all-time leading home run hitter, 13 of them in 3 seasons.
I think you got to say he's the best player in Cropdusters history.
2-2. Too low, ball 3. Jimmy Kirk brings the count full.
It's a short history, but that's not hyperbolic to say.
He's played for the Cropdusters all 3 years. One of only 3 Cropdusters who can say that. Him, Brandon Brown, and Steve Shenning. 3-2. Swing and a foul ball. He stays alive with a full count. Jimmy Kirk tried putting a swing on a high fastball. Perhaps could have been ball 4. So he takes a few deep breaths before settling back into the righty batter's box. Mike Costello looking for his first punch-out. Instead, Kirk frustrates him with another foul ball to stay alive. If you look at Costello's body language, he's slumped over. He really is badly looking for any sort of break. Already 3 hits, just one out, including the home run from Quinn Ahern in his last batter faced. The 3-2. Too low, ball 4. Jimmy Kirk gets on base again off a full count. 2 hits and a walk for Jimmy Kirk. That's an all-star level day.
Just seemed like there was nothing Costello could do to punch Jimmy Kirk's ticket. Jimmy Kirk was just sitting in the batter's box, fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch, and then finally drew the walk.
6-0 the Crops lead. Jimmy Kirk walks to first base to be the only base runner on with 1 out in the top of the 4th. Ryan Bowman, the next batter, takes a fastball high, ball 1. So after Bauer gave up 3 runs, the Giants tried to put in Costello, and the same result has happened. 3 runs. Boma swings through the 1-0 for strike 1. Allowed a whoosh off his bat, but no baseball hits. 1-1, 1 out, 1 runner on. Swinging a high fly ball deep into right field, foul territory. And the right fielder, Robbins, dives and makes the play. Kirk tags up from first and gets to second on the throw. So Boma flies out for out number 2, but Jimmy Kirk advances into scoring position, tagging up from first base. The second time we've seen that this year.
Some heads-up base running by the big fella.
Batting for the Cropdusters, right fielder, number 24, Griffin Puva.
What a catch, though. We saw that
The
from
right fielder.
Aiden Robbins, the right fielder. We
Robbins,
saw
yeah.
that in the All-Star game. He robbed a ball that was hit 104 miles per hour to right with that diving play. He's a very rangy defender and a powerful hitter. Reason he was an All-Star. 2 outs, 1 on. Puvel takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Griffin Puvel 0 for 2 on the day with a lineout and a strikeout swing in his last time up. Goes ahead of Mike Costello with a ball. 1-0, Jimmy Kirk at second. Pitch high, ball 2. Puvel having his best at-bat of the day. Started off his first 2 at-bats going down 2 strikes to no balls. Now up 2 balls to no strikes. 2-0. Too high, ball 3. Jimmy Kirk jogs back to second base. He's the lone base runner with 2 outs. Puvel 1 pitch away from a 4-pitch free pass. 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Puvel gets on.
Cropdusters just relentless at-bats tonight. That's how I would describe this game so far. By the offense, just relentless.
For the Cropdusters,
8 hits,
number 30,
5 walks. The Cropdusters have just been in the driver's seat all
And they're
game
not
long.
like 4 or 5 pitch walks. They're really earning these free passes.
Sometimes from full counts, as we saw with Jimmy Kirk earlier this inning. He stands at second base. Puvel at first with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Bottom of the order, Puvel swings through the first pitch, Fry swings through the first pitch. Strike 1. Fry is 1 for 1 on the day, walked his last time up. Now is down 0-1. Costello looking for that pesky out number 3. Instead, he wild pitches one at Parker Fry's feet, advances Puvel to second and Kirk to third with 2 outs. Parker Fry can do even more damage if he puts one in play. 1-1 the count for the lefty first baseman from East Stroudsburg. Has 2 home runs on the year. The 1-1. High and away, ball 2. Parker Fry pulls ahead of Mike Costello as batters have done to him all day. He's only gone through 2 outs so far. 2-1 off speed, misses off the plate, ball 3. Fry is in prime position to get his 2nd straight walk and bring up Reinhold for his 3rd straight 2-out at-bat. 3-1. Too low, ball 4, bases loaded yet again. 2 straight walks from Mike Costello. And now Jacob Bunch, the catcher, meets with his reliever, Mike Costello, before Josh Reinhold steps up to bat. Reinhold 1 for 3 on the day, but struck out twice to end the last 2 innings.
And now 7 out of 9 Cropduster hitters have been on base today. Actually, 8 out of 9. Boma reached on the error, so Bryce Herb, who had a sacrifice bunt, everybody up and
Everybody's
down this lineup contributing. Just you were telling me earlier, It'd be sad to leave Maryland behind when you go back to Jersey.
You're absolutely right, Jack. This is a as much as I love New Jersey, and I will always love New Jersey, Maryland is a phenomenal state.
Yeah, we know, Jish. You love New Jersey.
I can see myself living in Maryland one day, too. It's a very beautiful state. The sunsets here are out of this world.
Would you say they're, like, much better than... Because Maryland is... I was born in New York, but Maryland's pretty much all I've known. Sunset's drastically different than Jersey.
I wouldn't say so, but Maryland, it's more consistent. As Reinhold fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. With New Jersey, there's a lot more hills everywhere. The vantage points aren't always the best. You have to, find your sunset spots. Here you can just point your phone to the sky and bang, you got a beautiful picture. 0-1 to the count, 2 outs. Bases loaded in the top of the fourth. The Crops lead 6-0. Reinhold drives one up the middle and through to the gap and going back to the wall. 1 run scores. Puvel scores from second. Fry comes home from first, and he stands up. A 3 RBI double from Josh Reinhold. What a way to get your second hit of the day, big fella. It is now 9-0 Cropdusters.
Second straight inning the Cropdusters have batted around. Seems like the offense is clicking tonight.
Nick Lukac already has hit a single in this inning, and now there's a meeting at the mound. It appears as though Mike Costello's day is done. Can only get through 2 outs, but he has allowed 6 runs in this inning, including a huge home run. A new reliever trots on from right field for the Giants. That is number 12, Cody Sharman from Seton Hall University, by way of Severna Park, Maryland. Both of his parents served in the Air Force, Jack. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. A friend going to Air Force.
So you'd imagine a pitcher with 2 Air Force parents has some discipline in him. We'll see if he has the discipline to get this final batter out in the top of this fourth. The Crops have already scored 6. This is a guy the Cropdusters have seen before. Cody Sharman played in 1 game against the Crops. That was the 8-0 shutout win for the Cropdusters. Only pitched in 2 innings. Allowed 2 hits, but 3 scored off of him, off of a home run. All of those runs were unearned.
When they drop you off at Air Force, Jish, you're only allowed to bring a backpack. Can you imagine packing everything you need for college in a backpack?
He doesn't go to Air Force. He goes to Seton Hall. If he went to Air Force, I could not imagine that. So they provide the sheets, I imagine.
Yeah.
They provide... I guess you can't decorate your dorm unless you, go out and buy things. Even then, they probably have a rule against that, you would imagine, right?
Yeah, and yet you have to make your bed so tight, so neat, that people just end up sleeping on top of it. They don't want to mess it up and have to remake it every morning.
Are you the kind of guy who makes your bed every morning, Jack?
It's interesting. At home, not really. But at school, I do try to. I don't know why. It's just something about it. I like making my bed at school.
When you're in a dorm room, Jack, you have to make your bedroom is the room that you present to everyone else too.
Yeah.
Right? Your bedroom is more of a private space.
You spend a lot of time there.
Exactly. You want to come home after a hard day class. You don't want to come home to a messy bed.
No.
I understand that. Me, however, I don't make my bed. I should. I know it's a
also
great
at school, the beds are so small.
Oh, yeah.
It really doesn't take that much effort to make a twin-size bed.
Twin XL.
It takes 30 seconds.
That's true. It's kind of hard to get up on the loft in bed sometimes. All right, enough chit-chat. We're back to baseball. 2 outs with a runner at second. Josh Reinhold just cleared the bases with a double to make it 9-0 Cropdusters in the top of the third. 2 outs have scored already, and we have recycled the order. Nick Lukac started things off with a single to start this inning. 6 runs have already scored. First pitch from Sharman. Reinhold tries stealing third, and he's hosed. Bunch with a good pop-up. Caught Reinhold making the run, made the short throw, and that's the inning. 3 outs finally across the scoreboard in the top of this fourth, but not before 6 runs scored for the Cropdusters, including a 3-run bomb from Win Ahern and a 3-run double from Josh Reinhold. Jish Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call for this one. The Cropdusters in the driver's seat, 9-0. The Cropdusters lead over the Gaithersburg Giants in the bottom of the fourth inning. I'm Jish Sokolsky. To my right is Jack Feldman. On the bump, Michael Irby getting his fourth inning of work. Still no runs scored. Strikeouts and no walks. Only 4 hits allowed through 3 innings. And Michael Irby looks to maintain his strong day. He pitched here last time they played here. Allowed 2 runs at this point in the ballgame. His first batter, Casey Gibbs, takes a fastball high and away for strike 1. And Jack, it can be pretty difficult when your offense is clicking in 1 inning to come back in with all that time off and really get the fastball ticking up again. 0-1 on the top corner again for strike 2. Irby quickly ahead of Casey Gibbs, the designated hitter.
The Cropdusters have been having long innings. Every inning they batted around twice. Irby's had to do that a lot tonight, and so far so good.
0-2. Off the plate, too low for ball 1. Irby tried to hit him with the changeup, but Gibbs saw it well and takes for ball 1.
Irby's been phenomenal tonight, Jish. Still a 0 on the scoreboard.
1-2. Low and in, ball 2. Michael Irby was up 2 strikes to no balls and now has evened it up with a ballerina. 2-2 count. Bottom of the 4th, the Crops lead 9-0. The leadoff Casey Gibbs looks to get on for the first time. Takes his 3rd straight ball, a fastball outside. Full count now for Gibbs, who's worked a great at-bat. Gibbs is 0 for 1 with a flyout back in the 2nd inning. Full count. Swinging a foul ball. We'll do it again.
Big pitch coming up, 3-2 count. Difference between Gibbs being a leadoff base runner and Irby continuing to cruise.
3-2. Gibbs settles into the lefty batter's box. Irby delivers. Swing and a grounder hit to first. Fry fields it on the grass, tosses. No, he runs back to first himself and records the unassisted out number 1. Parker Fry was caught in no man's land at the edge of the grass, well off the first base bag. Irby too late to cover the first one. So Fry runs back himself and puts out Casey Gibbs. Now Jaden Brown up to bat, grounded out to the pitcher in his first time up, after fouling off a bunch of 1-2 pitches. First pitch from Irby, on the way. Hit on the ground to first again. Fry fields it backhand, toss to Irby, who covers this time, and grounds him out yet again, out number 2. How about this defensive inning from Parker Fry?
He's having himself an inning, Jish. That is not an easy play and not an easy throw. You're way off the bag on first to lead your pitcher to the bag.
It's a little bit easier when you're a lefty, traveling more towards arms. You can match the 1 hour. Great job from Irby to make the run to first base to rob Jacob Bunch of a hit.
But Parker Fry does throw righty.
It's very interesting. Bats lefty, throws righty. Bunch grounds on the first pitch to Reinhold at short, who makes the throw across a 1-2-3 inning. To end the 4th, Michael Irby keeps the goose egg on the scoreboard with no hits, no walks, and no runs. 9-0, the Cropdusters lead after 4, with a chance to balloon it even more at the top of the 5th. Stay with us on YouTube.
top of the fifth inning for the Army Cropdusters. Center field, number 25, Nick Lukac.
Nothing. The Cropdusters lead over the seemingly indestructible Gaithersburg Giants after 4 innings of play. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call. Nick Lukac leads off his 3rd straight inning and swings and misses for strike 1.
How about that? 3 straight leadoff innings for Nick Lukac.
The Cropdusters scored 3 in the 3rd inning when he led off. He got on base with a walk then. Led off the 4th inning where he got on base with his first hit. The 0-1 and off-speed buries into the top corner for strike 2. This new pitcher, Sharman, working with some speed, is out ahead of Lukac, 2 strikes to no balls. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sharman made quick work of Nick Lukac to start the 4th inning. And for the first time today, the Cropdusters don't get their leadoff man on. But Anthony Swenda is as good a candidate as any to get on. He's 2 for 3. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a walk. A single his last at-bat, a double in his second. And he walked his first time. First pitch, a called strike low on the curveball from Sharman. The 0-1. Called strike 2 on a curveball that buried into the bottom corner. So now 5 straight strikes for Sharman to start the inning. He's been perfect thus far after a 3-pitch strikeout to Lukac. He's looking for a second one against Swenda. Oh, 2 the count. 1 out. Swing and a deep fly ball to left field. Brown runs over to the center gap and makes the squeeze for out number 2. The first blemish on Swenda's record. His first out recorded on an at-bat.
Number 11, Bryce Herb.
That breaks up the immaculate inning.
Yeah,
I like immaculate innings. Cool stat.
it is a very cool stat. Nothing
Probably the only good thing I ever did on a baseball field is I had one.
First pitch to Bryce Herb, a called strike on the low corner for strike 1. An immaculate inning, of course, 9 strikes. So 3 straight strikeouts on 9 pitches. 0-1. Herb checks his swing, but the home plate umpire says he went around for strike 2. The 3rd straight 0-2 count that Sharman has worked into. Herb, the only Cropduster who has yet to go on base. 0-2. Swing and a foul ball. He keeps the inning alive. What a dominant inning from Sharman early. Quickly through the first 2 outs.
Night
Still
and
nothing
day
but strikes.
from Bauer and Costello.
0-2. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. The first ball thrown from Cody Sharman is a curveball low that Bryce Herb just barely pulled up on.
Bauer and Costello. Sounds like a law firm.
1-2. Where would Sharman fit into that? 1-2. Too low, ball 2.
I don't think Sharman wants any part of that law firm. Just they weren't very good today.
They gave up 9 runs.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, Jack. He should go solo.
Yeah.
Private practice.
Solo practitioner.
2-2 the count. Sharman 1 pitch away from ending the inning. Instead, he misses low and in. Ball 3, a full count. Bryce Herb looking to get on base for the first time today. 0 for 2 today with a sacrifice bunt. Full count, 2 outs. Swing and a hard hit chopper to third. Fielded by McNally, but the throw across is not there. An error by the third baseman keeps the inning alive and puts Bryce Herb on the bases for the first time.
I think he would have beat that out anyway.
We'll see how it's scored on the point streak. And the scoreboard does say an error. Throwing error will officially be scored against Danny Wyatt at the hot corner. And now Quinn Ahern is back up to bat. Brought in 3 with a home run blast his last at-bat to left field. Now he's got 1 runner on with 2 outs. Looking for his second hit in a huge way. He chops one up the middle this time. Martin fields at short and makes the short, quick throw to second base for out number 3. A 6'4 fielder's choice to keep the Cropdusters scoreless for the first time since the second inning, but it's still 9-0 in favor of the away side. Stay with us for more Giants and Cropdusters action when we return for the bottom of the fourth. Irby back out for inning number 5. Cropdusters lead 9-0 over the Giants. Irby so far is pitch and a strikeout. No need to take him off. Not only has he not allowed a single run, but he hasn't walked a single batter either.
He's been in complete control of this game.
His bat last inning, arguably his best, Jack, a 1-2-3 inning his first of the day. Now he faces the 8, 9, and a 1. Looking to keep that goose egg on the scoreboard. Nothing. Cropdusters out in front of the Giants.
And that's always a great sign, Jish, when you're getting better as the game goes on.
Still looking for that first punch out, though. He's worked into a lot of 2-strike counts before allowing weak contact. Last inning, he was helped out a ton by first baseman. He made him see he was playing on defense. But with the first batters, he's gotten a lot of help from the infield tonight. Who against the Thunderbolts in a 15-14 loss, committed 5 errors, the most in the season. They've tightened up since. First pitch is to Will Burgess, who singled his last time up. Looks at a changeup down the middle for strike 1. The lefty goes down to the righty. Burgess playing center field tonight. Hitting below 200 on the year, but is 1 for 1. The 0-1. Slapped into deep right field, but Huvel is right there to make the play, not having to move far from his seat to record the first out.
Huvel covers so much ground in the outfield.
Right
tonight.
All of the outfielders of the Cropdusters have brought a great flair defensively. They all can really move out there. Griffin Huvel, one of the better ones. 1 out in the bottom of the order. Colin Gibbs takes the first pitch, a strike on the south part of the zone. To go behind yet again, Irby in the driver's seat.
Working very quickly out of the stretch.
0-1. 1 out, and the delivery. Another changeup, low and away. Strike 2. He tucked that one in.
44 strikes to only 16 balls on the day.
Unbelievable efficiency from Irby. 1 pitch from his first strikeout. Instead misses off the plate. Ball 1. Look to draw a swing from the lefty, but Colin Gibbs keeps the bat glued.
The pitch count is in great shape so far, too.
1-2. 1 out. The pitch. Off the plate again, ball 2, and it was at this very field that the pitch count was an issue for the Cropdusters last season. And a 2-0 win, it was forfeited by the Cropdusters for their starter, who went the full game but pitched over the 110 limit. That's popped up first. Fry can't make the play on the ground ball. A hit scored for Colin Gibbs through to the right side. His first 10 of the day, puts him on base and takes away the possibility of a 2-3 inning for the second straight inning for Irby. Now has to face the top of the order with A.J. Martin 0 for 2 on the day. The All-Star can pop off at any minute. A long fly out his last at that. Now he's back in the third. Now in the top of the fifth with 1 out. He's got 1 runner on in a 9-0 game. Martin loops one into right, which falls for a base hit. Martin rounds for 2. Gibbs stops his run at third as the throw comes back to the diamond on time. A one-out double from A.J. Martin to put 2 in striking distance for the Giants. And Aiden Robinson to bat, the all-star slugger for the Giants, has a chance to bring both of them home, the first 2 runs of the day. Back-to-back hits given up from Michael Irby for the second time today. He found himself in this jam back in the second inning, was eventually able to get out of it. First pitch, hit on the ground to Reinhold at short, who makes the throw across to first for out number 2. So that puts 2 outs on the board, but scores 1. Gibbs flies home from third to make it 9-1. Cropdusters still in front of the Giants in the bottom of the 5th. That also advances Martin to third, so the fielder's choice to Aiden Robbins brings 1 home.
Looks like a pinch hitter up at the plate.
Giants from Iowa.
It's number 32,
Number 32,
Andrew Holub. Andrew Holub is a transfer from Wake Tech, a JUCO. He was third-team All-NJCAA. He swings to the first pitch for strike 1 with 2 outs. He's got a runner at third base now.
I passed that JUCO.
Did you?
Yeah, it was North Carolina, my junior year of high school. I remember it.
0-1. Holub fouls off the home plate for strike 2. This guy was really good there. Third-team All-American. Now he's playing at the University of Iowa. It's a big leap.
That is a big
From
leap.
JUCO to the Big Ten.
Good for him.
0-2, 2 outs, 1 at third. The pitch from Irby. Too low, ball 1. Irby keeps working these 0-2 counts, but has yet to finish the job. Still in search of that first strikeout. Now 1-2 the count after the fastball sinks too low. The 1-2. Called strike 3. Michael Irby gets his first punch out of the day to end the 5th inning. The Giants finally put one on the board. It is 9-1 Cropdusters after 5. Jimmy Kirk to lead off the 6th. Stay with us on YouTube to hear what he does. Gaithersburg Giants with a beautiful backdrop of this ballpark. Jimmy Kirk to lead off the top of this 6th. With Cody Sherman, the pitcher from Seton Hall, back out there. Had a very strong 5th inning and looks to continue his momentum and put another goose egg on the scoreboard for the Cropdusters this time around. First pitch to Kirk. A pitch high for ball 1. Kirk sees it well.
Jimmy Kirk's had nothing but great at-bats today. 2 singles and a walk.
1-0. Swing and a hard hit foul ball. Strike 1. Jimmy Kirk demolished one to the home bullpen down right field. Now he evens things up. He's already seen one home run come across. Now he wants his own. And he delivers one deep into center field. It's running back there at the wall, and it's over the glove of Burgess in center field. Kirk rounds for two and gets there standing up. 3 hits for Jimmy Kirk today, and another leadoff man on the bases for the Cropdusters.
Went down and got that pitch, drove it into deep center field. Over the head, off the wall, and Jish, people are saying Jimmy Kirk might be back.
You know what? Put my name on that. I say Jimmy Kirk is back.
I'm going to co-sign that. He's looked unbelievable
went
today.
In a little bit of slump after the first week of the season where he was the hitter of the week. Today he's 3 for 3 with a walk. Unbelievable. Now Ryan Boma looks for his first hit of the day. With a runner at second, no outs. Sharman delivers a strike to start him off, though. Ryan Boma reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. Was left stranded at second. Swings through the 0-1, strike 2. Ryan Boma has already struck out once today. Cody Sharman is looking for his second punch-out of the day. 0-2. Swing and a grounder, hit to short. Martin fields, collects, throws, and makes the play for out number 1.
Quick look around the Ripken League. Senators are knotted up at 2 with the Aces in the bottom of the 8th. They trace up 7-1 against the T-Bows at the top of the 5th. And race up against the Braves 3-1 in the top of the 7th.
Now currently, the 2 teams that are out of the playoffs right now are the Thunderbolts and the Braves. Both of them are trailing so far, which is good news for the Cropdusters, who want to lock their spot in these coming days. Griffin Puvel up to bat. First pitch, an off-speed on the inside part of the zone, strike 1. Puvel walked his last at-bat, 0 for 2 on the day otherwise. He's got Jimmy Kirk at second and 1 out in the top of the 6th. Takes again a called strike on the high outside corner. This time a fastball lines in. 0-2, 1 out, 1 runner in scoring position. Puvel in search of his first hit. The 0-2. Takes it low, ball 1. Won't get it there.
Yes, the Cropdusters playoff spot, it's not going to be a gimme. You know, they're not going to cruise into the playoffs, but they are a team that can do some damage once there.
1-2 is the count. Puvel looks to drive in the Crop's 10th run of the day. The 1-2. Called strike 3 on the top part of the zone. Sharman's fast day continues. A look at strike 3 for his second strikeout of the day. Now we're at the bottom of the order. Parker Fry has gotten on base every time he stepped up to bat. A single back in the 2nd and 2 subsequent walks in the back-to-back innings. Now in the 6th, he's got a runner at second and takes the first pitch high for ball 1.
A lot of production out of the 9 spot tonight.
Usually Parker Fry hits around the 5, 6, 7 spot today, all the way at the bottom of the order, and he's come up big. 1-0 the count, 2 outs, 1 on. Called strike on the top away corner with the fastball, strike 1. Parker Fry has also made some great plays defensively.
He has. He does have that 1 error, but he's made some fantastic plays at first.
1-1. Takes a fastball high. That's the correct decision. Ball 2, Parker Fry pulls ahead.
Getting stick in this 9 spot, providing this kind of value, that's really crucial.
2-1 for the first baseman. Check swing on a pitch low, ball 3. Parker Fry walked from a full count and a 3-1. His last 2 at-bats, now with a second straight 3-1, looks for a 3rd straight walk.
Been getting into great counts all night long.
3-1. Swing and a slapper into right field that falls for 1. Jimmy Kirk rounds from second. He's coming home as Parker Fry makes the dash to second. Kirk scores 10-1 Cropdusters in the bottom of the 6th off the bat of Parker Fry, an RBI double.
Everybody hitting tonight, Jish. What a swing from the first baseman.
That's now 2 doubles in this inning. Jimmy Kirk had 1. He just scored. Parker Fry has another. We're still at 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The Cropdusters are up to 11 hits today, Jack. We're only in the top of the 6th.
Seems like when the offense comes, it comes in bunches. Certainly happening tonight.
The sky, a Crayola, blue and red. With a runner at second, Parker Fry, Josh Reinhold up to bat. A swing and miss for strike 1. Reinhold is 2 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts. His
Had a
last
double
hit,
his last at bat.
that cleared the bases. 3 RBIs for Reinhold, now looking to make it 4. Second pitch misses off the plate, ball 1. So Reinhold evens things up with 2 outs and a runner at second. It's 10-1 Cropdusters in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 skips low, ball 2.
These Duster hitters have been so disciplined today, really doing a good job of laying off the off-speed below the zone.
So Cody Sharman looked very solid to start the day, but has since allowed his first run, cleaning up for Patrick Bauer and Mike Costello. Reinhold demolishes one to foul territory to opposite field. One of his hardest hit balls of the season, but it results in a strike. A real looper. 2-2. 2 outs, a runner at second. 2's running wild. 2 low, ball 3. Josh Reinhold brings the count full with the inning on the line. Full count for Reinhold. 1 pitch away from his 3rd strikeout or 1 away from his first walk. 3-2. 2 low, 2 far inside. Reinhold takes a base to keep the party going. Now Nick Lukac steps up to bat. Struck out his last time up, but now has runners at first and second. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. He can make it pour on even more, but now there's a meeting at the mound between the pitching coach and Cody Sharman, who had a solid first few innings. Got through an out to end the 4th, then pitched a really phenomenal 5th. But the batters have figured him out in this 6th. They've bounced all over him. It's 10-1 in favor of the Cropdusters.
Look at all the gear Coach Hyder is carrying walking across the bases.
That just means the Cropdusters are getting hit after hit after hit. That's a 2 arms full for the bat boy to bring back to the dugout. Cam Hyder dumping elbow guards, ankle guards. It's a long chat on the mound. It doesn't appear as though there's a reliever ready to go, but there is one up and moving in the Giants' bullpen. The Cropdusters back on the scoreboard after taking a hiatus in the 5th. They've scored 1 in the 6th with another in scoring position. Parker Fry stands at second with 2 outs in the top of the 6th, and Nick Lukac up to bat. 1 for 3 on the day with a walk already with his 5th at-bat in the 6th inning. Two on, 2 outs, the first pitch. Lukac takes a fastball low and in, ball 1. Sharman looked to paint that bottom corner. Lukac sees it better and goes ahead. 1-0, a lot of talking from the Cropdusters dugout. Sharman misses high and away with the off-speed, ball 2. I heard Sammy Lee say barrel. That's exactly what Nick Lukac would need. 2-0. Swinging a grounder, hit to third, and he is tagged out. Parker Fry on the run to third. Danny Wyatt puts the glove on him for out number 3. The Cropdusters get back to scoring in the top of the 6th, but only get 1 across. It is now 10-1 in favor of the Crops. Michael Irby stays out on the mound. His 6th inning of work on favorite service. Stay with us here on YouTube. This is the longest any Cropduster starter has gone this season. And why not? He's pitched a shutout so far. Or, excuse me, he's allowed 1 run.
We were talking earlier, Jish, how we were told that Cropduster coaching staff is going to let these starters go, and they're certainly doing that with Michael Irby, and it's easy to let him go. He's been phenomenal tonight.
So far, he's gotten a lot of bat support as well. It's 10-1 in favor of the Cropdusters. Danny White, who just made the inning clenching out, now steps up in the righty batter's box. Looking for his first hit. Instead, takes a pitch low for ball 1. Wyatt can play catcher, can play the corners, can really play anywhere in this infield. But can he get a hit? 1-0, popped foul, strike 1. Danny Wyatt has 2 groundouts on the day. He's going to have to start letting them fly to get his hits. This Cropdusters infield has really not let up. 1-1. Irby sets and deals. Chopped up the middle. Swenda fields it off the tall hop and makes the throw to first on time and on the money for out number 1.
Continues to pitch.
Michael Irby has 16 6 hits allowed for Irby in his time on the mound. Only 1 run scored. Bases empty still with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Casey Gibbs up to bat. He slams the first pitch foul for strike 1. Gibbs 0 for 2 on the day, grounded to an unassisted out number 1 to Parker Fry his last time up. 0-1. Turns on 1 and sends it foul again to opposite field for strike 2.
Irby just getting ahead of these hitters with ease.
Another 0-2 count. Irby looking for strikeout number 2. He talks to himself and delivers the 0-2. A cold strike 3 on the top corner.
Just absolutely bubble.
Batting pitching has all gone right for the Cropdusters today. It's 10-1 in favor of the away side in the bottom of this 6th inning. Michael Irby has been as solid as ever tonight. Now up against Jaden Brown, he's looking for another ground out to him to end the inning. First pitch, ball in the dirt, ball 1. Both of Jaden Brown's groundouts today, he is 0 for 2, have involved the pitcher Irby in some way. The first one, a toss from Irby to first. The second one, Irby had to cover that first base bag. 1-0. Hit on the ground again, but fouled. Strike 1. Irby gets a strike back after tossing the ball first. Now East Carolina meets Western Kentucky, but first a little break. Batter calls time. We're stepping back in. Jaden Brown, the lefty, rocks the glasses. Perhaps gives him a little bit of a competitive advantage. 1-1. Slapped to left, but foul. Strike 2.
Some Lucas Garten vibes right there.
The prescription readers, it helps you keep your eye on the ball, if nothing else. It's the first rule of baseball, first thing you're told. 1-2. 1 strike away from the inning. Irby shrugs and deals. Barely misses off the away corner. Ball 2. Michael Irby's fastball changeup rotation has been elite so far today. See if he can throw another strikeout. 2-2. Fouled off. Brown keeps the inning alive with a foul swing.
57 strikes to 22 balls. So impressive.
I think that 58 strikes after the foul ball. Irby's more than doubled the amount of balls to strikes. 2-2. 2 outs, none on in the bottom of this 6th. Crops lead 10-1. The pitch. Another foul ball and another survival swing from Jaden Brown. Two. A lot of encouragement from the dugout with the inning on the line with this next pitch. Irby kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He got a little bit of the ball for a foul tip. Bounced off the chest plate of the home plate umpire. That's why you wear the extra padding if you're the blue behind the plate.
That's why it's there.
It comes in handy tonight. 2-2, the count remains after another foul. High fly ball. Set foul once more. Jaden Brown is frustrating Michael Irby. The count has remained at 2 strikes for the past 5 pitches. 2-2. Silence in the ballpark except for the Cropdusters dugout. And he got him! Michael Irby popped his balloon for out number 3, a looking strike 3. He ends the 6th with back-to-back frozen strikeouts to put his batters back up in the top of the 7th. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call for this one. Stay with us in a 10-1 Cropdusters advantage. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call with a new pitcher for the Giants. Returning to their third reliever, and it's the guy the Frostburg have some experience against. This is Jacob Clancy, the rising freshman at Brown University. And boy, oh boy, in his 2 innings, in his 2 appearances, the Cropdusters, he's not been good. On the season, he has an ERA of 16.5 against the Cropdusters, an ERA of over 25 in 1 2/3. Not what you want, Jish. Absolutely not. The last time he pitched was in the 4-2 win for the Giants, but both of those runs came off of him. Only went through 1 inning in that one. 2 earned runs off of 3 hits with a hit by pitch, 1 strikeout. Clancy played at Our Lady of Good Counsel back in Olney. He leads off against Anthony Swenda, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Clancy's had a rough go at it this season, as a lot of these Class of 24s have. First pitch, a ball outside and high to Anthony Swenda. It's a smart pitch from Clancy. Don't put one in Swenda's wheelhouse. He already has 3 bombs on the year. 1-0. Too high again, ball 2. Clancy also in his 2 appearances versus the Cropdusters has a whip or a walks and hits per inning pitched of 4.71. The most we've seen from really any pitcher. The 2-0 buries into the bottom corner for strike 1. A little bit of a... I'm not sure what's going on with these speakers here. A little bit of feedback going on. 2-1 the count. No outs in the top of the 7th. 10-1 the Crops lead. Anthony Swenda leading off. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. He was a little late on a low fastball. 2-2 the count. Swenda looking for his third hit of the day. Plainty exhales and delivers. Swing and a foul ball. Swenda extends his stay at the plate. Two-two. Plainty stands tall and delivers the 2-2. Kept on the ground and foul. Swenda stays alive once more. Jack, the last time these teams played, a 10-4 Giants win. Now the complete opposite, a 180. The Cropdusters lead 10-1. Just goes to show that on any given night in the Cal Ripken League, anything can happen.
That's called baseball, Jish.
2-2. Swing and a deep fly ball to center. Burgess stares up at it, runs over to right, and it falls in the gap! Robbins and Burgess couldn't get on the same page, and Swenda gets his third hit, a single, driven to the gap.
Hearing cheers of "Yeah, Unk" from the dugout.
I guess that's his nickname among this Cropduster team. The two-time Cropduster in his second season with the team. The oldest player of the team, Darren Lane, called Unk, short for Uncle, for those who are not aware. Bryce Herb up to bat, still hitless on the day, 0 for 3. Had reached on an error his last time up. With no outs, he takes the first pitch high and away for ball 1. That's a crushing blow for Plainty, too. A hit that really should not have been allowed to him. 1-0. Fastball misses wide, ball 2. Plainty having a hard time missing arm side and missing north to these batters early. 2-0. The pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Herb put the twig a little bit under the ball for strike 1. 2-1, no outs, 1 runner on. The Crops lead it 10-1 in the top of this 7th inning. The pitch from Plainty. Too low, ball 2, and ball 3, excuse me. And Jack, we've seen the Cropdusters drop 16 on the Aces. Sometimes they can just motivate themselves to wake up the offense when it matters most.
The hitting has been contagious this season.
3-1. Driven, smacked deep into right center in the same spot Swenda's was. This time the outfielder's on the same page. It's Robbins who tracks to the middle and makes the squeeze for out number 1.
Now batting for the Cropdusters.
Burgess and Robbins learned their lesson quick, spoke to each other out in the outfield, and this time it results in an out. 2 weakly hit fly balls from Plainty, a good start for him. Only 1 out to speak of with 1 runner on in the top of the 7th, and 1 out. Quinn Ahern up to bat, the home run hitter tonight, takes the first pitch low for ball 1.
Second homer of the year for Ahern.
The first one barely skipped out of the ballpark against the DC Grays, bounced off the top of the fence. This one, not in doubt. 1-0, 1 out, 1 on. Fastball finds the top corner, strike 1. Ahern drove in 3 with that swing. He and Josh Reinhold both lead the team with 3 runs batted in today. He's got Swenda at first and 1 out, a 1-1 count. Swinging a foul ball, strike 2 for Ahern as the ball trickles behind him. Jake Plainty looking for his first strikeout of the day, his third against the Cropdusters in 3 appearances. The 1-2. Swinging another foul ball. Ahern a hair too late on it. Plainty loves throwing the high fastballs. Has yet to be punished for it. 1-2 the count. Swenda takes a lead at first with 1 out. 10-1 the Crops lead. 1-2. Swing and a driven ball to center field. Burgess chases up for it and makes the grab at his shoulder for out number 2. 3 straight weak fly balls from Plainty. But against his next hitter, Jimmy Kirk, you can't expect anything to be hit weakly. Jimmy Kirk has a powerful swing and is 3 for 3 on the day. Now with a runner at first and 2 outs, Jimmy Kirk looks to uncork his first homer since early June.
Just missed it last time up.
First pitch. A deep fly ball to shallow left field. Martin tracks back onto the grass and makes the squeeze for out number 3. The first time Jimmy Kirk doesn't get on base today comes off a pop-up, and Jake Palance gets out of his first inning unscathed. It's 10-1 Cropdusters midway through the 7th, and guess who's back out on the mound? Michael Irby, going for inning number 7. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Jish Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call.
It's going to switch over in a minute, and we'll get to see his pitch. Only when we're on defense. They haven't switched it over yet. Yeah. Whenever it switches over, I'll let you know. I like that. Which us lacking.
I'm telling you, there must be something at our... because the Wi-Fi hasn't skipped like once.
Yeah.
Box score, you'll see it, I think.
Gotta wait till they update it.
Number 44.
Welcome back to Cropdusters Baseball on YouTube. For the bottom of the 7th, the Crops lead 10-1. Michael Irby out for his 7th inning of work. Jacob Bunch to lead off for the Giants. The catcher tonight takes the first pitch in the zone. Strike one on the fastball inside from Irby. 0-1 is the count, and the Cropdusters have to be careful with Irby's pitch numbers. The 0-1. Hit on the ground off of Irby's foot and into the sky. That doesn't give Bunch enough time, though, but the throw is offline. Swenda fielded it way up in the air, threw to first, but threw Parker Fry off the first base bag. An error puts Jacob Bunch on the plate. Michael Irby has thrown 85 pitches now. The limit is 110. 86 now after that pitch. Now he faces off against Will Burgess, who pops one skyward for strike one. Burgess, the center fielder tonight, is 1 for 2. The single and a line out. When Irby does eventually go back to the dugout, in his stead will be Peyton Brannick, the East Stroudsburg left-handed pitcher. 0-1 is the count for Will Burgess, who keeps one on the ground to Swenda at second, who throws back to 2 for 1, but that's all they'll get. The fielder's choice back to Reinhold, who steps on the bag. Burgess beat out any throw to be made back to first, so 1 out, and a runner still at first.
Giants to University of Maryland, playing third base now. Number 29, Colin Gibbs.
Colin Gibbs at the bottom of the order, up to bat. With 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, the Cropdusters lead the Giants 10-1. Irby first pitch, fell backwards, strike one. Colin Gibbs was the only runner to score for the Giants today. Singled his last time up, he's 1 for 2. 0-1 the count, 1 out, 1 on at first. Irby the delivery. Dug out and hit foul, strike 2. Oh, 2. Swing at a foul ball. Will Burgess has to trot back to first after getting a jump on the swing. It's a good idea from Burgess, the first base runner, to beat out a double play right on contact. And on deck, Jack, keep your eyes locked. There is a pinch hitter that is Tanner Vicendisi. 0-2, 1 out. The pitch from Irby. Swing and a grounder, hit foul, so he'll stay alive at 0-2.
Irby coming somewhat close to the pitch limit. Pitch limit's 110.
I know they don't want to get him more than 95. He is at 92 right now. So I imagine they'll let him get through this out and then perhaps go to the reliever. This one, dug out Boma, settles under it at third base and makes the squeeze for out number 2. And Irby stays out there. They're going to let him finish this inning out.
Now on for the Giants.
Tanner Vicendisi stands in his way.
He's a 93, so he assumed this is his last batter.
He's gone for 6 innings, 3rd innings. The most we've seen any Cropduster pitcher this year. He's only allowed 1 run. He's got 1 runner at first, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for Vicendisi, strike 1. Vicendisi has played 1 time against the Cropdusters. That was the 8-0 shutout loss. He went 0-2 with a walk and a K in that game. 0-1. Swing and a foul ball, strike 2. How amazing would it be if Irby could punctuate his phenomenal day with a punch-out right here? You know he's in search of it. 73 strikes to just 22 balls today. 0-2. Swing and a grounder hit to third. Boma fields, tosses, and makes the play. Out number 3 on the board. Irby comes back to the dugout to rapturous applause from his teammates. He's been the hero today. 7 innings pitched, only 1 run. Cropdusters lead 10-1. We'll return for the top of the 8th. They can put on. Stay with us on YouTube. Still hitless today. 0 for 4. Reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. but now wants to get one for real. Boma just made the inning-clinching ground out to capitalize a great day of defense for the Cropdusters through 7 innings.
Great day all around.
First pitch from Plaincy, a called strike on the low corner.
Third baseman, number 16, Ryan Boma.
Ryan Boma got his first home run his last game played. Just saw Quinn Ahern go for his second one earlier this evening. Wants 2 of his own. The 0-1. That one high and away, ball 1. Ryan Boma sees 2 fastballs and lays off both. 1-1, none on, no outs. Way too high on the off-speed, ball 2. That one simply floated away from Jake Plaincy. A really early release from the rising freshman. 2-1, lefty dealing to righty. And the lefty misses arm side, ball 3. Another fastball that just can't cut that top corner. Now Ryan Boma can get on base with a walk for the second time today. 3-1. Too high, ball 4, Ryan Boma walks. So Jake Plaincy just came off arguably his most successful inning of the season, going through 4 batters with only allowing 1 hit that really wasn't his fault. Now starts off with a 3-1 walk, and Griffin Puvel up to bat, also in search of his first hit. He is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk, 2 strikeouts to Griffin Puvel's name. He's the strikeout leader for the Cropdusters batters. First pitch too low though, ball 1.
What a day it's been for this entire Cropdusters offense, Jish. Great at-bats all around.
12 hits for the Crops, 10 runs, only 1 error defensively. The 1-0 cuts into the bottom corner for strike 1. Plaincy gives Boma a look at the first base bag, and the lefty deals to Puvel. Fastball outside, ball 2.
Number 24, Griffin Puvel.
3 pitches into the at-bat, Griffin Puvel is announced by the public address of the Giants. A little late. Better late than never. 2-1 in the dirt, ball 3. The fastball just hasn't worked for Jake Plaincy this inning. He's going to have to lower the velocity and up his accuracy. 3-1, 1-run run, no outs in the top of this 8th. Swinging a foul ball, Puvel brings the count full with strike 2. There's some defensive substitutions for the Giants. Tanner Vicendisi in at second base, and Masa Kawashiwa in at shortstop for A.J. Martin. Colin Gibbs is scooted over to third base. Full count, no outs. Swing and a line drive over the head of Kawa into left field for the first base hit of the night for Griffin Puvel. That brings Boma to second, Puvel to first, still with no outs in the top of this 8th.
Even now, when they have a monstrous lead, just still working great at bats.
From the full count, Puvel collects his first knock. Now Parker Fry steps up in search of his 3rd base hit of the night. He's got a single and a double and 2 walks. Parker Fry has arguably been the MVP on offense today, but he's going to be overshadowed by Quinn Ahern's home run, Josh Reinhold's bases clearing double, but Jimmy Kirk's 3-hit day, but Parker Fry's doing the little things right.
Absolutely, Jish.
It's a welcome sight from the bottom of the ticket. So far, you can count on Parker Fry to get on base. No out still, with 2 runners on at second and first. Jacob Bunch, the catcher, at a quick meeting with Plaincy at the mound. So now Parker Fry stands tall in the lefty box versus the lefty pitcher. First pitch, a fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Got command of his fastball just in time, facing off against his first lefty. This might be where Jake Plaincy gets his first strikeout as well. He's already up 0-1 with no outs in the top of the 8th. The 0-1. Finds the bottom corner, strike 2 on an outside pitch. So Puvel has to adjust this, or excuse me, so Fry has to adjust the strategy. With 2 strikes, no balls, and no outs. 0-2. Swing and a hard hit ball up the middle and down in center field for a base hit. That's the 3rd hit for Parker Fry today as Boma dashes home for run number 11. The Cropdusters lead by 10 in the top of the 8th off an RBI single from Parker Fry. Puvel advances to second on the play, and it brings up the top of the order. Runners still at first and second now with Josh Reinhold up to bat. 2 for 4 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a walk. That walk came last time from a full count. He already has 3 RBIs. Another hit can give him a 4th. First pitch. Too low. Called strike.
So many guys you can make the argument for having the best offensive game for the Cropdusters.
I'm sure if you ask any of them, they'll say we played well as a team, and play well they have. 13 hits. 14 hits. 11 runs. The 0-1 misses outside to even things up at 1-1.
14 hits. That is a big number.
The record for the Cropdusters this year, 19 of them. That came against the DC Grays about a week and a half ago. The 1-1. Wild pitch misses outside. Runners at both advance to scoring position. Puvel to third, Fry to second. And with no outs, the job becomes even easier for Josh Reinhold. 2 balls to 1 strike. Plainty takes the walk of shame back up onto the bump. And now has to really tighten up to keep the deficit at 10. The Giants lefty settles in and delivers the 2-1. Misses outside again, ball 3. He's walked 1 and allowed 2 hits already this inning. Now on the verge of walk number 2. Reinhold in a swinger's count with no outs and 2 in scoring position and a 10-run lead. The 3-1. Inside, called strike 2. Fastball. Punches the bottom left. Another full count. This is where Griffin Puvel got his knock. Full count for Reinhold, who walked on this last time. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, his 3rd strikeout of the day. Reinhold went swinging really late at a low pitch. Got in his head just a little bit, and is sent back to the dugout. Now it's Nick Lukac up to bat. 1 for 4 on the day, with a walk as well. He's got runners in scoring position with 1 out. Sac fly on the table. And he tries it right now. A high fly ball to right field. Robbins runs up, makes the grab. Puvel, with a head of steam, tags up from third and slides home. Base path interference called against the catcher, so a run scored anyway. So Puvel comes in on the sacrifice fly. 2 outs on the board, and it's 12-1 Cropdusters.
It's an interesting play. The throw was taking him that way.
Now batting second baseman, number 31, Anthony Swenda.
Anthony Swenda up to bat now with Parker Fry, the lone base runner, on at second. His other base running mate just left him. Coming home, it's 12-1 Cropdusters in the top of the 8th. First pitch to Swenda. Towered into the right field, but stays in the infield. It's the first baseman, Holob, who puts a glove on it for out number 3.
And that puts the 8th inning to rest. 1 run scored for the Cropdusters. 1 left on, and it's 12-1 in favor of the away side. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Stick with us on your series. Say in 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts. A lot
To be proud of for Michael Irby. He hands the baton to Peyton Brannick now. An ERA of 5.3.
He's trying to here, but there's nothing numbers to see here. His numbers were deflated in his last start against Victory.
In 2 innings, allowed 6 runs on 2 hits and 4 walks. A couple of hit by pitches as well. Only 3 strikeouts for Brannick, but he's a talented pitcher. A lefty settles in for his first pitch against a pinch hitter. That's Grady Powell, who swings for the first one for strike 1. Brannick has tossed 14 strikeouts in 4 games. Waves at another one for strike 2 on a pitch low.
And you're absolutely right, Jish. If you take out that big train game, he's been phenomenal this season.
0-2. Called strike 3. Peyton Brannick gets his first strikeout in his first 3 pitches. The lefty is in the driver's seat early. That was an all-star he just put away. Couldn't get the job done. Now it's Andrew Hollow, the first baseman, up to bat. Time called by the umpire before we resume. Brannick rocks the 2 buttons undone and delivers the first pitch. Another swing and miss, strike 1. Peyton Brannick has started his day with 4 straight strikes. Exactly what you want to see from your reliever. 0-1. Swing and a grounder, hit to third. Boma fields off the short hop and makes the long throw for out number 2.
2 quick outs for Peyton Brannick, night and day from his last outing. He's looked great to start off the 8th.
His last outing, he let the first 3 base runners on. Now he puts away the first 2 with ease. The lefty faces off against Mata Kawashima, all the way from Japan by way of Sierra Junior College. Pinch hitting tonight for Danny Wyatt, the third baseman. First pitch, too low, ball 1. So Wyatt's day is done, going 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And Kawashima grounds to second, where Swenda can't field it. An error against the second baseman keeps the inning alive with 2 outs. Swenda dribbled that like a basketball over at second base. Bounced awkwardly off his glove, and then he bounced it a few more times. Was told not to throw to first. Yeah. As Kawashima beats it.
Tried to get it on the short hop, just couldn't pick it cleanly.
See, the scoreboard's calling that a hit, but in no way was that a hit. Tanner Sanderoff, the all-star pitcher, up to bat. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. I saw Tanner Sanderoff at 7-Eleven earlier today, celebrating the holiday, because today is 7-Eleven. You get a free Slurpee at the convenience store. So you're running out of time if you haven't gone already. 1-0 misses low to make it 2-0. Chirping from the Cropdusters dugout to the Hofstra lefty. 2-0. Brannick throws back. Nothing doing. Kawashima's safe.
I don't understand what they were saying. That was a ball.
It was a ball. So, yes, it was by you, but you didn't have to take anything.
He didn't swing.
Yeah. 2-0. Ball outside. Make that 3 balls to no strikes for Brannick. To Tanner Sanderoff, hitting below 100 on the year. He's 1 for 11. Runner goes. Ahern doesn't pop up on the walk. So Sanderoff takes a 4-pitch walk to get on and bring Kawashima to second. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. The Crops need 12-1, but the Giants have 2 on. A chance to inch closer. Matthew Best up to bat next, another pinch hitter. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners go as he cracks one up the middle and through for a base hit. Kawashima rounds from third and jogs home as Sanderoff reaches third on the single. A hard hit ball from Matthew Best to make it 12-2.
From Patrick Community College, catcher number 44, Jacob Bunch.
Jacob Bunch back out to bat. 0 for 3 on the day, although his error back last inning is scored on the point streak as a hit. 2 outs with runners in the corners in the bottom of this 8th. Brannick just has to get through one more. First pitch, too low, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Runners in the corners. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. That's exactly what Peyton Brannick was doing to start off this inning. A lot of swing and misses. But after a 4-pitch walk, he's now back on his horse.
Just letting the stuff speak for itself.
1-1. Foul backwards. Strike 2. Brannick looking for punch-out number 2 with one more pitch. He lets the left arm dangle with the glove tucked into his pectoral muscle. 1-2, 2 outs. Called ball outside. Brannick tried to get Bunch to chase one, but he stays steadfast and evens things up. 2-2 the count, 2 outs. Swing and a miss! Peyton Brannick comes in, allows a run, but tosses 2 strikeouts, including the inning-clenching one. There's a new arm trotting in for the Giants bullpen to finish us off in the top of the 9th. Stay with us here on YouTube. Jish, Sokolsky, and Jack Feldman on the call. Cropdusters lead 12-2 over the first-place Giants, but he's not the only fresh face out there in the top of the 9th. Ben Davis, the McDaniel first baseman, is out there to pinch hit Bryce Herb in the top of the 9th. Bryce Herb finished his day hitless, something we haven't seen in the past few games. Ben Davis has been hitless since June 3rd, hitting .056. First pitch is high, ball 1, and Jackie told me before we went on that you guarantee... Okay, never mind. 1-0 the count for Ben Davis leading off. He takes outside for ball 2. The 2-0. Called strike on the top corner with the fastball. Ben Davis still ahead, though. 2-1 in the top of this 9th. Ben Davis had a 2-hit game against Big Train in Game 3 of the season. Has gone hitless since. 2-1. Slaps one deep in a right, but puts it out of play. A hard hit foul ball. That was good contact. Strike two. That ball was indeed smoked. 2-2. Swing and a ball hit in play, and it falls! Ben Davis finally breaks the hitless streak, and he gets a single in the top of the ninth.
And a nice piece of hitting, too. Went down and got that and shot into right field for the single.
You'll love to see it. Ben Davis gets his third hit of the year, and now Quinn Ahern back up to bat. 1 for 4 on the day, but that one hit, a 3-run homer. Pitch from Pierre, too high, ball 1. That was his second homer of the year that came all the way back in the 4th inning, inning in which the Crop scored 6 runs. 1-0, no outs, Ben Davis at first. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That was the ball he wanted, though. A fastball high. Quinn Ahern would love to turn on that one any day of the week. 1-1. Swing and a miss again, strike 2, same pitch, same results. 1-2 the count. Ben Davis takes a 2-stride lead at first. The lefty Pierre gives him a look and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pierre gets his first strikeout on Quinn Ahern, who goes down with 3 swings.
Now then, for the Cropdusters, designated hitter number 38, Jimmy Kirk.
Jimmy Kirk steps back up to bat. What a day it's been for Jimmy. 3 for 4 with a walk, too. He's got Ben Davis at first. Pierre gives him a look and delivers. First pitch, off speed inside, strike 1. 2 singles and a doubles for Big Jim. 0-1. Too low, ball 1. We've seen the ball explode off of Jimmy Kirk's bat as of recently. Let's see if we see another homer. 1-1. Too high, ball 2. Luke Pierre, the freshman pitcher committed to Rhode Island, has pitched against the Cropdusters once. That was back in the 8-0 loss. He went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits with 2 earned runs. Misses high again for ball 3. Jimmy Kirk not going to force the issue with just 1 out in the top of the 9th. Cropdusters have a comfortable 12-2 lead. Ben Davis is at first base, the lone base runner. 3-1, fouled off. Jimmy Kirk just barely missed it. And brings the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ben Davis at first. Jimmy Kirk standing tall in the righty box. The pitch, the swing, and a foul.
Oh, smoked foul.
Jimmy Kirk in the All-Star game reached 105 miles per hour in exit velo. I'm sure that one was around that heat as well. Firecracker hit foul. Keeps the count full. And he pops one into shallow right. Aiden Robbins jogs forward and puts the glove on it for out number 2. So Jimmy Kirk will finish the day 3 for 5. A hard-fought and well-deserved multi-hit game for Jimmy Kirk, the All-Star. And Ryan Boma steps up to bat with 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Could potentially be the Cropdusters' last batter if he doesn't put one in play. First pitch swung through, strike 1. Boma having a frustrating 0 for 5 day, or 0 for 4 with a walk his last time up. He came all the way around to score. The 0-1. Too high, ball 1. One the count. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. Ryan Boma has been letting the bat fly all day. He's yet to put one in play, though. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. This is his last chance to do it, with Ben Davis at first. Too high, ball 2. Pierre was searching for his second punch out there, but skied it just a little bit. Gives Boma some more time to think.
Just a game where you want to see these Cropdusters hitters carry it on.
2-2, swing and a miss. That's the inning. Ben Davis left stranded at first. The Crops score none, but still lead by 10, heading into the bottom of the ninth. 2 strikeouts for Luke Pierre to turn it back over to his batters one more time. We'll see you at the bottom of the ninth. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman on the call for this one. Stay with us here on YouTube. Jish, Sokolsky, Jack Feldman here for the final stretch, the bottom of the ninth. Dusters lead the Giants 12-2. Thank you for staying with us here on YouTube. Another pinch hitter for the Giants up. It's Leighton Lackey in relief of Will Burgess and Peyton Brannick back on the mound for the Cropdusters. 1 run came across in his last inning, his first inning, and starts off Lackey with a strike high and away.
Lucky hit a grand slam against the Cropdusters earlier in the season.
That was the first game these two teams played. 0-1, buried in the belly, strike 2 with the fastball. Peyton Brannick already with 2 punch-outs today. He looks to put a bow on this game. The 0-2. Too low, ball 1. One-two from the windup. Called ball outside. Brannick misses arm side with the off speed, and Lackey gets even. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Peyton Brannick already tied Michael Irby's strikeout total on the day with 3 Ks. He's only gone 1 1/3 inning. Michael Irby would say, it's funny how that works. Some guys just throw strikeouts. Some guys don't have to throw strikeouts. That's the difference. Michael Irby did not have to throw strikeouts. Only allowed 1 run in his tenure. Another pinch hitter for the Giants swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Or no, this is still Colin Gibbs. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Peyton Brannick.
Mowing them down.
You said it, Jack. He's mowing them down. 2 straight 0-2 counts to start. Time called by the umpire. The home plate umpire takes off his mask for a little bit. Tells Gibbs to step back from the plate. And we're ready to resume. 2 strikes, no balls. The Giants down to their final 2 outs in a 10-run hole in the bottom of the ninth. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Peyton Brannick is a well-oiled machine. Giants down to their final out. Tanner Beeson, DC, up to bat. 0-for-1 of the day with a ground out his last time up. He was the last batter that Michael Irby faced, and potentially the last batter that Peyton Brannick has to face today. Night and day from his last performance. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Unbelievable. Already up to 4 strikeouts, Peyton Brannick took that last inning, his last appearance, personal. 0-1. Swing and a foul ball, that's strike 2. Giants down to their final strike. Peyton Brannick looking to slam the door on this one. 0-2 the count, 2 outs. Brannick from the windup. Called ball outside. just barely missing arm side, ball one. So VCDC extends this game with a 1-2. Foul ball, and he extends it some more. So the Cropdusters this season have beat the Aces 16-2. Now are going to beat the Giants 12-2. 1-2. They just do it better against good
shows
teams.
the potential of this team that they can ragdoll some of these top teams in the Ripken League.
And they've beaten the third best team in the Big Train 3 times this year. They just lose to the underperforming ones. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's your ball game. Peyton Brannick tosses his 5th strikeout to put this one away. The Cropdusters in the final week of the season are playing like their lives depend on it. Because they do. And they come out on top with their lives and then some. 12-2. The Cropdusters come out on top of the 20-win Gaithersburg Giants.
Jish, this is the type of momentum that this team has to take and carry with them throughout the final couple games of the season. Everybody up and down this lineup was hitting today. Michael Irby was fantastic. Peyton Brannick out of the bullpen, striking everybody out. What a game for the Cropdusters.
Great days on offense from shortstop Josh Reinhold, catcher Quinn Ahern, designated hitter Jimmy Kirk, baseman Parker Fry. Cropdusters get win number 14, and we will see you tomorrow at Big Train. Another big one for the Cropdusters to stay alive in the playoff race. And they keep hitting like this, expect another win. Until then, have a great night, everyone. Jish Sokolsky alongside Jack Feldman signing off. Thanks.